You give me a fever and make a believer out of me. I was just a dreamer, but dreams are now my reality. I'm feeling, I'm bleeding, I'm needing for all eternity. My soul is on fire, this burning desire's heavenly. Then you're moving closer, breath upon my shoulder. Boy, I wanna hold ya. Heart is beating double time, I can't wait to make you mine. I just wanna know ya. I tremble when you call my name, the feeling driving me insane. I just can't get you off my brain. You play me like a melody, the sweetest sound is symphony. It's slowly taking over me. I feel the bassline dripping down my spine. I feel it getting closer, don't want this to be over. And when the beat drops and my body rocks, I feel it getting closer. Whoa. I'm reading every sign, I'm losing track of time. I feel it getting closer, don't want this to be over. And when the beat drops and my body rocks, I feel it getting closer. Whoa. You reach me and teach me so easy, it's everything I need. Believing and needing this feeling is taking over me. I'm falling, I'm calling, this morning is something I won't heed. Cry louder and louder, I found you, now you're all I can see. Then you're moving closer, breath upon my shoulder. Boy, I wanna hold ya. Heart is beating double time, I can't wait to make you mine. I just wanna know ya. I tremble when you call my name, the feeling driving me insane. I just can't get you off my brain. You play me like a melody, the sweetest sound is symphony. It's slowly taking over me. I feel the bassline dripping down my spine. I feel it getting closer, don't want this to be over. And when the beat drops and my body rocks, I feel it getting closer. Whoa. I'm reading every sign, I'm losing track of time. I feel it getting closer, don't want this to be over. And when the beat drops and my body rocks, I feel it getting closer. Whoa. stilettos. Say whoa, do you like it? You like it, baby. Cheap thrills, dollar bills, bills. Shake it and don't stop. Say oh. Cheap thrills, dollar bills, bills. Shake it and don't stop. Say oh.
The Order of the Exalted Lion was a group of great pride and honor, but it was also a group of great power. This great power is what caused the fall of the OEL at the hands, well, claws, of Octavius Mordex, thus throwing the world into chaos. Cast into the fires of Helheim, Diana lost herself in the encroaching chaos and was reborn with a fiery vengeance. Monsters are not born, they are created. Octavius Mordex is a self-made man. The silver and red, the last thing many monsters see. What evil has been summoned behind this new form? Azot. It's Azot. On a razor's edge, the Order called upon this infamous hunter. What side of the coin will he end on? And there was a queen who preyed upon the damned. All manner of arcane artifacts came bursting out of the gates of chaos. They weren't very subtle about their headquarters location. Maybe that's why it fell so easily. The pride of the lion roars across the land, even in defeat. The Exalted Lions return in Brawlhalla's Battle Pass Season 4.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
It's been over a month since we took a trip down to jolly old Australia, and I've been missing them. I've been missing Australia, I've been missing SEA, I've been missing South America. Well, don't worry anymore, Brawlhalla fans out there watching on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla or any of the other platforms, because this is the weekend for you. TK Breezy is joining me here on the desk, and we're going to break down these regions today. We're going to start with Australia, then we're going to move into Southeast Asia, and then tomorrow is going to be South America, followed by Sunday with another day of South America. TK, I know you're excited for these tournaments. It's been a minute since we've all seen these regions. Are you stoked for it?
I always like, I always love Australia, bro. I like Kyler Alice, Dummy, all the squads down here, man. Like these are me and my peeps, man. And I like to see Kyler Alice always get to the point where he's definitely about to get this W, and then seeing if he's actually going to do it this time or someone will actually finally take it away from him. Because Kyler Alice has like almost all the wins down here in twos, so he is the guy to beat for sure.
Now, I'm glad you bring up that team specifically because I want to take a quick look at the bracket that has so far happened today. We are actually coming into this tournament very deep in the bracket. We're in our top 4 currently right now. I'm going to give you that top 4. It is Kyler Alice and Dummy versus Doggo and Elsem. They're going to be fighting in the winners finals. So both of those teams are guaranteed top 3. Then on the bottom side, we have Cheeseface and Shadow versus Ket and Rygundas. They're going to be in the losers quarterfinals. And then we have Goddess and Amaze versus Fi and Beware of Chair. That is going to be your top 6 currently for the bracket right now. But one thing specifically, since you did mention Kyler Alice and Dummy, is if you look at some of their other sets today, going back into winners round 1 of top 32, not as dominant of a performance this week that we're used to seeing from them. They went 3-1 against Labu and Nair. I don't really know those names very much, but they were able to take a game, and then they moved into winners quarterfinals. That one went all the way to game 5 against Ket and Rygundas. So not as dominant a performance as we're necessarily used to seeing from Kyler Alice and Dummy. That continues a little bit into winners semis as well. That was also a 3-1 set where Goddess and Amaze were able to take a game as well.
Man, that's actually kind of crazy, though. As I'm looking at the bracket now, yeah, that's like they are kind of struggling to get to this part. I mean, they made it to finals, but knowing that they have dropped so many games up to this point, kind of I'm wondering if they're like maybe trying some new stuff, because we didn't get to see the games, obviously, so maybe they're trying a different team or something like that, or is just the synergy not as strong as it usually is for them. Here on the other side, though, Doggo and Elsem, I mean, this is another team that you definitely get to see a lot up here in these final areas. So I like the fact that we're seeing teams that we are normally seeing in the first place, but also seeing a couple new names here at the same vein in the loser side of things.
Yeah, and that could be an interesting point that we saw back at Summer Championships as well. Kyler Alice and Dummy did end up coming out victorious in the first place spot there, but if you look at winners finals, it was Elsem and Doggo versus Kyler Alice and Dummy. That went the way of Elsem and Doggo. That was a 3-1 very confident victory. That sent Kyler and Dummy down. They then won a 3-1 victory against Peace and to then go back up. And then it was just complete domination. The first set of grand finals did go all the way to game 5, but once they passed that threshold, they were already invited in. It was vampire style. They were biting necks all over the place. It was a 3-0. For Kyler and Dummy over Elsem and Doggo. So it'll be interesting to see if we see a similar thing this month as well. It has been, again, I mentioned it earlier, a major amount of time from the last time that we saw this region. We didn't have an Arcadian for Australia. We didn't have a Mammoth Invitational for Australia. So it's been a minute.
All right, man. So, well, looks like we're getting into it very soon. I see everybody is in the building for this first scrap of the top 4. We got Kyler Alice, we got Dummy, we got Doggo, we got Elsem, which means we're going to have the Undertaker here on the field, Jala, Taros, and Bryn. It's going to be super nice. I always love seeing some Jala. That is my character. But at the same time, man, like, I always like to see how people will play as and against Taros as well, because I feel like Taros is just not, like, I say this all the time, but I feel like there's just something about this character that, like, makes you misplay. Like, like when you're playing against him, there's just something about this character that's so fearsome, like it just makes you misplay. So Taros gets away with a lot of stuff that I think other large force legends do not make people like make mistakes for. But hey, maybe that's just the law of the land. Maybe that's the way of the Taros.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and like some people might be able to like boil it down to like, oh well, he has high strength, so anytime you get hit, it's like a color change on your health bar. But there are other high-strength legends in the game. It's literally not just the stats. I don't even think it's just the weapons. Because Axe is, like, it's thought of pretty well, definitely in 2s, not as much in 1s. But, no, there is that Taros factor, that T factor that goes into this, that you can't play against that legend the same way that you play against any other, like, middle-of-the-road defense legend or middle-of-the-road movement speed legend or high-strength legend or lower dex legend or axe legend or hammer legend. It's this special T factor that Teros brings to the game. That's why you see him so often in 2v2. But you talked about maybe some of those scores that we've seen from Kyler, Alice, and Dummy are maybe them trying new things. I think this Undertaker might be one of those new things leading to that, because Kyler's Undertaker is only level 28 going into this, so relatively low compared to a lot of the other legends in this game.
All right, well, maybe that's what they have been experimenting with. Not to say that there's nothing wrong to experiment with. I mean, obviously Thor is a very good character in this game, and unfortunately, though, going to be the first one sent out just right after that will be that Brawlhalla. Same team, woefully both getting pushed off of their first stock. Kyler, Alice, and Dummy kind of struggling right now at the beginning of this against Doggo and Elsa.
Yeah, Doggo found a really nice gravity cancel side signature on Teros' hammer, and I feel like all of a sudden that is like such a strong option that players are finding all over the place. This time it was a KO in red, I believe, but a lot of times we're seeing that knockout in orange, and that's really only been a recent thing. Like, I don't even know if people were doing that before like summer championships.
What, the orange knockouts?
No, the gravity cancel side signature on hammer.
Oh,
just as often as people are doing it now, because normally that's not really highly thought of in terms of the signature kit. Like, it's mostly axe down signature, and then like if you can get the guaranteed GC axe neutral signature, yeah, you're gonna go for that one.
All right, so okay, man, yeah, getting sent out there yet again. So even though they're only down by a little bit, you are definitely seeing like Kyler Alice is not nearly as dominant. Okay, great, I have to take that back right there. He gets all the way up there with that recovery to go ahead and even those stocks up. Unfortunately, though, they are definitely super damaged. This is a Brawlhalla in the deep red, meaning that she will be able to get sent out by pretty much anything right now. Not enough for that jab yet, though, or that neutral light.
Yeah, that coming from the middle of the stage. Even that sent like pretty far off stage. Wasn't off screen. Oh no, that's going to be some team damage. Not even just the damage, but actually led to the team KO. Dummies on final stocks. Kyler does get the knockout on the right side, so everybody's on their final stocks. It is basically even, but you know that just complete game-changing potential that Teros has to get that neutral air KO. All of a sudden, we're now in the 2v1. Blue team has so much power on their side. That
was so quick, too. Did you like they sandwiched him like immediately and then saw the opportunity to take it. They took one opportunity and maximized the most of it, getting that stock off super quickly. And now, okay, not going to be able to get that side light. Unfortunately, however, still looking kind of yeah, that's going to be an easy one for sure. An easy pick up there for the blue team. And so, yeah, again, I mean, let's look at these stats real quick. 379 damage, not the worst though. Seeing that Teros only did 383, which is kind of underwhelming for a Teros, but the knockouts were there. So
now we are seeing the clan for Doggo and Elsem is the New World. I don't know if that is a reference to the Amazon Game Studios MMO that's come out recently, but based on their play so far, I don't think they've been playing too much of that game, if any at all, because they're on it today. They're playing so well together. You saw the numbers, even though maybe they were a little bit lower than you would have thought. I think that just goes to they're playing in the right places at the right time. Of course, it's a Teros, so you don't have to do 180 damage per stock, 200 damage per stock, especially if you're finding those side signatures like Doggo found 2 of 4 KOs last game. Fantastic
yeah, I mean, he was definitely
work
doing
from
it
Doggo.
up. You got to give it up to him for sure for like the way that he was playing out. Again, like I was saying, like he didn't do a crazy amount of damage, but he found the hit when the hit mattered the most to get that stock off. So now here we are into our game 2, same stage, but taking a little. It looks like the red team actually might be able to steal some stocks off first. That is there happens to be the first one away from Elsem. Doggo now doing a slight 2v1, but not super long. He was able to make his way through there. Nice side air though. Go ahead and turn that around. Nice little reversal.
He tried to actually interrupt Kyler. Oh, there's the D-Sig. That is one of the strongest moves in Teros' signature kit. That's one that's kind of been the most popular for most of Teros' entire time in Brawlhalla.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it just hits so hard. And then on top of that, like the multi-direction of wherever you actually got hit is where you go is super nice as well. So, okay. Like that, the unarmed, a little too high for that recovery to go ahead and pull him back down, but still do like the attempt at getting a little team combo action in there. Still a pretty solid lead. I mean, they lost the first stock. Blue team lost the first stock, and now look at that, man. They've been able to take 3 with a very solid lead, and this Teros is still living until then finally gets picked up by that downlight recovery.
Yeah, Doggo was surviving for a really long time, and you see Elsem is deep in the red. You might like worry a little bit about that. That was actually almost a team knockout there. Because it was friendly fire, that did take a significant amount of the momentum away that would send Elsem. So that wasn't going to be a KO on an opponent that definitely would have been KO. But you might worry about the discrepancy between Doggo and Elsem, given that Elsem is so damaged. But look at Kyler and Dummy. They're a full stock apart. Dummy's in the red on final stock, about to be taken out of this game. Also on a lower defense legend, so it's not going to be as hard to knock out as it will be if it was Kyler in this spot. There's the neutral signature. Going to bring Elsem down to final stocks. See if they can at least get another stock here. Dummy is able to grab a weapon. He does have the axe. Doggo is unarmed. Weapon spawn coming back in. Kyler and Doggo both without a weapon. Dummy starting to swing.
All right. Dummy not playing around. As they've been able to, I don't know how they've done it. They've been stuck on these stocks for quite some time. Dummy definitely on his last stock, so he's got to watch out. Kyler Alice in the deepest of reds I think I've ever seen in my entire life, and it finally loses that stock. So managed to hold that stock for quite some time and actually keep his team and give them a slight lead as long as Dummy can stay alive a little longer, which is interesting because Dummy is still playing the front line. Oh my God,
dude!
What
Dummy
happened?
is turning up so much on this final stock. I was thinking like the only reason he was still in this game was because there was that time where Doggo didn't have a weapon. Doggo might get the KO here. Had to use a lot of in-air movement options. Still getting back. Not in danger of being taken out or falling to his death at all. Doggo still looking for the KO on Dummy. It's a sidelight side air. There's got to be a chance for a free weapon toss here. Oh, they're just going to sit there.
Okay, yeah, I was like, this seems like it should have been the end of the game.
Oh, dude, and they let him get back and grab a weapon.
Oh, I was like, don't tell me you saved him with that. But no, just enough force to get him past that top blast zone, even that far down. Man, what a turnaround there for Kyler Alice and Dummy. I have to say, Dummy was on that last stock for at least 70% of the game. He was on that stock forever, and he managed to keep that one going for quite some time. Plus, he was playing aggressive while being so close to death, which I think might have actually shaken up the blue team just to see like someone who was like not running away, not really trying to preserve their stock. They're like, instead of preserving it, I'm just going to go in and hope that I can take your stocks faster than you can take mine.
He really turned it up final stock. Once he got that axe in his hand towards that end of the game, he was just swinging back and forth. Doggo would push up, he'd hit Doggo away. Elsem would push up, he'd hit Elsem away. Man, what a comeback from that red team. Kyler Alice and Dummy, incredible work.
All right, man. So, yeah, that's I assume this is probably while their games look kind of close, though. You know, if this is just any type of show based on what we saw of their bracket, yeah, definitely understand how things can get close, but they're definitely clutching it out quite well. So even if it takes them, even if it's a little closer than normal, the fact that they're still able to get the final W is really what matters.
Real thought put in to the stage banning. That was some serious time that the blue team was taking to ban down to 3 stages so that Kyler, Alice, and Dummy could then pick from that. One stat that was also worthy of note that wasn't on the red team was Doggo. You were talking about how his health bar was like the darkest you'd ever seen. He took 720 damage that entire game. That is a staggering number. I'm just going to do the math on that for the everybody at home. That is 240 damage averaged that he took per 3 stocks. That is so crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, if you're gonna be playing a legend with some nice defense, definitely make the most of it. And that's exactly what he did there. Now, it's like they're actually doing a factory right here in the middle of the stage. Yeah.
You're hearing like one sword noise, and then just Kyler's going to work, and then another sword noise, and then Kyler's going to work. The team
man,
play, but Elsem is gonna grab the KO there.
Ooh, okay. Okay, wait. No, still living again. This is why that damage number be so high, though. He's definitely in a deeper red or deepest red again. Unfortunately, they're going to lose it to his partner, even with the reduced knockback. Still close enough to that blast zone to get knocked off by that Jawless air. All right,
they still need to get this stock off of Doggo. He's able to get to that weapon. That one came almost right to him. Really lucky for that one. Kyler hoping he can take out maybe Doggo, but they're still not getting it. Finally, that is going to take out Dummy. Gets the unarmed recovery to take off the top, and he is definitely in danger of losing this stock, especially if he's going to be playing over into Doggo. Nice little team damage, or team combo coming out of that one there, but the down air not quite enough Did sit off the screen. There's a Stomp Cider to finish it off. Elsem is going to solo Kyler Alice on the left side. This is looking hopeless for the red team.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely come back from somewhat, I feel like it's somewhat deeper, but the fact is they're both in their one stock this time around. It looks a little worse for Wear here. And on top of that, by the time they got down to their last stock, you could tell, if you were looking at the damage before this, both of the blue teams were relatively healthy. I don't think anybody was even close to yellow or close to orange here, although they're definitely taking some hits now. That's going to be a stock off of Bryn, but still, well, that's actually, you know what, I have to give it up for them for not taking as much damage to go ahead and get that stock off as well.
Caught in the middle between them. GC Stomp Side Air. Good punish from Dummy. That was able to take away that stock after Kyler got hit. So that was not only a punish, but it was a very good punish that led to the KO.
All right, Kyler Alice pushing his teammate away on accident, but still gets the recovery here on Elsem. Elsem playing a little further back, but now both red team playing from the inside. That was actually looking like a very scary situation until they managed to fight their way out of that. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought he was definitely going to drop, commit to that one. Unfortunately, though, Dummy going to take the bottom half of that recovery and go Sin at that semi-spiked angle. That's going to be the stock as well. Easy stuff for Doggo and Elsem here on this third game. Jesus. Definitely popped off on him this time.
So one thing I do want to mention, because we are in the Australia region, is like this is the time of the year that Australia has 5 different time zones. Yeah, that's right. You heard me correctly, TK. 5 different time zones. So it can be anywhere from 8:44 a.m. if you're on Christmas Island, all the way to 12:45 p.m. if you're in like Canberra, ACT, Australia, which is unreal. They even have a time zone that is like plus 10:30. So if you're in Adelaide right now, it's 12:14. This country's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So who knows? I don't actually know where these players specifically are located. So it could be really or reasonably early for one of them or multiple of them to be playing a tournament right now. I know I would not be wanting to do that at 8:45. If someone said 8:45 pools at any major, I would be losing my mind.
Man. Yeah, that is actually insane, man. The halftime zone is a thing for sure. But all right, here we go. As we get into our 4th game here, a little bit of well, obviously the set lead right now is going to Elsem and Doggo, but even so, this could have been the whole set if that second game, Kyler Alice and Dummy didn't like actually just pick it all the way up. So still something they can might be able to do here later on into the set, but it is going to take a bit. As right now, this is a pretty even game. So they have to put on a little more pressure if they want their chance at a game 5.
Oh, the neutral signature catching 3 people. One of them is going to fall. That's going to force Dummy into the 1v2 situation. He's trying to find the KO. Really went big for the read there on that neutral signature. Just barely gets over to that wall. He was holding left. He was white-knuckling the left button on his controller or keyboard or whatever he's playing with.
Yeah, man, that was super scary. Surprised he was able to make that one back. I think he might have also got his air dodge back just in time to go ahead and scoop forward too. But either way, that's going to be still an even game. All the stocks have dropped. The only person that's super hurt somewhat hurt right now is Kyler Alice again on this Thor, which doesn't seem to really be too big of an issue. If he's able to keep getting these very, very long stocks, then, taking damage. Yeah, you're not supposed to be taking damage, but at least it takes them much longer to kill you than normal.
Yeah, that's one thing that's definitely going to play in his favor, but also because you have a Teros on the field, like, it can just all of a sudden not matter. If you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, all of that defense you have is just a non-issue when you're playing against a character like Teros. Oh, the down signature. That's going to take Kyler out, despite the most damage in this game, or sorry, the most defense in this game. He's going to be the first one on final stocks. That's going to be 2 players down, Elsem and Dummy. One from blue and one from red. They're going to have to find this stock off of Doggo. The wrong side of the stage, side air. You saw Doggo just screeching across that stage. Wasn't quite enough to KO.
I have to say, man, Dummy's attempt to get back on that second stock was very, very notable, man. Like, he was very close to, he actually managed to touch the stage through all of that pressure that the blue team was putting on. Ended up taking a ground pound at the end, but still just being able to get that far out without getting hit was super nice. But here we go. Oh, wait a minute. He might actually be gone. No, he managed to make it back. I like what Doggo did there, too, to make sure that they didn't go off and try to chase him. Standing here at the edge. This is a very, very close game.
Oh, Dummy tried to go for the D-Light down air, side air to get the KO there. Unfortunately, it was a really like shallow angle that he hit the dare at, so it just sent too far away from him to find the side air. They are going to get the KO onto Elso. Kyler does have to worry. He is super damaged here. The stomp side air. Doggo is happy to put damage onto Dummy, send him away, turn it around, focus on Kyler, get the KO there.
All right, so this is definitely still within the wheelhouse of Doggo being able to get this W until just getting scooped. Dummy, look, I feel like Dummy doesn't play neutral. Like, he literally is just walking at you. There's no back forth movement, no nothing. He's like, I'm just going to move forward. Like, that W key is 1,000% being held. So good stuff to Dummy. Manages to take that one out of the hands of Doggo, now taking it to a game 5.
That's just straight up CPU boss fight behavior of just like slowly walking towards you one step at a time until they get near so they can do their big swing move.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did, man. I mean, he finished that stock super quickly. It looked like, I mean, you can definitely tell that I think Doggo was trying to create some space there, but Dummy just, every time, like, Doggo would get away and then turn around, and Dummy was right there in his face again. So that's always going to be super nice to see someone play so aggressive and it actually works out for him. I feel like sometimes aggressive play can get easily punished if you're not doing it correctly, but that's not the case with Dummy.
He's playing really well today. Overall, like normally, like even before the tournament really started or before we were on camera, it's like you talk about Kyler. It's Kyler. He's the man of the region, one of the best that we've ever seen play in this region, if not the best. But today, Dummy is playing so well and deserves so much credit for hacking it in this game against one Ateros with really high strength. 2, this Bryn has Axe, which hits very hard, and yet Dummy is more than holding his own here. You saw him come out victorious in that last game. Kyler just barely touching. We'll see if Elsum's able to clean up this edge guard. The top side of that recovery is going to send the exact way that Elsum wanted to.
I want to note that Elsum had 125% sig accuracy in the last game, which I understand how he got it. I'm sure he hit a couple double and triple hits, but it's just funny to see that. Like, he's so accurate. Like,
oh, yeah, that must have been that neutral signature.
The hit,
that I guess counted as hitting because he hit like 3 people with it. I don't think we've ever seen like a plus 100% sig accuracy on the stats, so Creed's going to have to figure out how that works and how to prevent against that. But yeah, that must be it.
All right, man. So way down here, I don't think anybody's going to actually challenge them. They were looking like they were trying to get a nice little 2v1 here onto Doggo. Still, the stock is going to get dropped, but another stock getting dropped here for Dummy. The thing is, though, I feel like Dummy on his last stock is actually where he goes, Dummy, like for sure. Like the first 2 stocks don't really matter to him. It's that last stock where he definitely starts to put on, but Elsum kind of trying to quell that right now. The whole team trying to quell that. Almost finishing that stock off. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, it's like in all the other games, you get that second stock off a Dummy, and you're like, why is the boss music getting louder? Why is it in the second form now? But this game is just, that's really not a problem. They just bully Dummy so hard. They saw how well he was playing. He's done. He's out of the game. Doggo's still swinging. Also finds the KO there. It's Doggo and Elsum with 4 stocks to Kyler's 1 here in Game 5 of the Winners Finals. There is maybe one universe out there that in the entire multiverse, the infinite amount of multiverses that Benedict Cumberbatch is looking at right now, that Kyler comes out victorious here. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you, TK. I don't think it's this universe.
But yeah, not right now at the very least, man. I mean, we love to know that there is a world out there, but it was not this one right now. An easy Game 5 there for Elsum and Doggo, absolutely dominating here at the end. I mean, damage-wise, again, it is super lacking here on the red side. 348 and 299, while you look on the blue side of things, 552 and 460. I mean, they really took it to him this time.
They were super efficient with it, and if you look at like how quickly Dummy was bullied out of that game, he did 299 damage. Kyler was really only able to put out 50 more damage before he was immediately taken out of the game. That's how ruthless Elsum and Doggo were in that 1v2 situation once they got Dummy out of there. So that was definitely tough, but again, I gotta look back at Summer Championships, and it was 3-1 for Elsum and Doggo against Kyler, Alice, and Dummy, and then they went to the losers bracket, came back up, got the reset, and then completely took it to the end 3-0. I know that's definitely in the back of Elsem and Doggo's mind as they move forward.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have to think about that one for sure. Seeing that, you know, this is a team that they usually have to play a lot, but it normally doesn't go their way. But this time it did go their way, so hopefully Elsem and Doggo can keep up that momentum as they get into Grand Finals whenever we get there. However, now we're going to be moving over to the lose side of things, see what happens between Goddess and Amaze, and then Shadow and Cheeseface. I see the Azov, the Vector, which is interesting. I feel like I don't really get to see Vector too often. And then the Asuri and the Teros crossover of the, I don't know how to say that, Grugach?
Gruagok.
No, Guragok. Okay.
Somebody call Cardi, because there's a boar in this house. And it's coming from the Gruagok.
All right.
I can't tell you, TK, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to say that. Nobody plays Gruagok. I've been sitting on that one like since the song came out, and nobody plays Gruagok ever.
All right. Well, he got it, boys. I'm hoping that maybe I feel like he just swapped off now because
Yeah, I'm a. Oh man, come on!
He hated that joke. He was like, "I'm going back to regular Terra."
So
Oh,
one
man.
little interesting narrative choice here is Goddess and Shadow used to team together all the time, and then now they have split up. So this is important because like this is the revenge on your ex, right? You both cross paths walking down the street. You have a new partner. They have a new partner. You want to see who wins once the team has broken up.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to find out here and now as we get into our first game between, you know, our ex-lovers here, I guess. But just see how this one works out. New partner on the new them. Let's see how this one plays out as we go right back to Small Mammoth. I mean, I feel like this is easily the stage of choice down here. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to be looking mostly at this here Vector. This is not a character you get to see too often at all. And I do think the last time, I'm pretty sure I pointed this out last time that we were watching in Australia Top 8 here as well, that, you know, the Vector was out. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. How does this character play? It is still kind of escaping me on how this character fares better than other Lance characters. But, you know, you made it this far, so you must be doing something right.
Yeah, I feel like Vector players, or all three of them, are just kind of like a different breed. Like, they play Vector because they want to play Vector.
Right.
And something in there just gels with them. Now, one thing that Goddess did tweet out earlier today, she is, I believe, going to fall here. Yeah, can't quite get back. Is in the first set of top 32, Amaze was doing like 780 damage, 818 damage, 803 damage compared to Goddess's 415, 350, 400. So hopefully since the first set of top 32, she stepped that up a little bit. We see going even here with the red team. So it's definitely not quite that big damage difference between these two teammates. But I'm really looking forward to seeing some more Amaze. Is he going to get this orange KO? I believe he is. Shadow is looking for it. Does get the save there.
Yeah, had to go way out there to get it, though. But still, great teamwork right there from the red team. I think this should be another. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make that one back. Not from that angle. That was a really good side air, I think, that sent him out there like that. So, or probably down there, actually. But regardless, good angle on it. Now they're kind of, ooh.
Okay, dude.
You're getting cheeky now.
Yeah, come on.
All right. So it looks like this Suri not going to be able to make that back. A lot of pressure. However, the teamwork.
Oh, Amaze. Oh,
nice.
Oh, Amaze almost went into that ground pound. That was so close.
Right now, even with what a save right there from Amaze. Goddess going way out there to try to get this ground pound Cheeseface. Now, and Goddess both fighting off the edge, but I think that's going
Nice
to be
dare.
the what? Just enough.
Amaze just actually saved Goddess's life. The GC neutral light. These offstage options from Goddess are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but then you say, you know, we're hoping to see some more damage here from Goddess. I definitely think that she has put on the damage that we were expecting to see. Okay, well, a little burnout action.
Okay. Man, Shadow swinging.
All right. Yeah, that's, man, okay, this is some of the finest Teros play I've ever seen. And this is where you're saying, you know, the damage is definitely up. 512 to 620. He has 100 damage more, but they still equally put out some good, you know, good measures. Obviously, this 5 Vector KOs, though, is going to say something different about it. but you know, no one was slacking on the damage there, and it just happened to be that Vector was finding a lot of those last hits. So
yeah, Goddess and Amaze looking like a pretty good team so far, especially Amaze. I'm loving that. Did you notice that the Vector Lance skin that Amaze is using, it's just like Vector's face, but if you just like, if you took a picture of it in Photoshop and like made it really short and then stretched it wide.
is it
Watch him pick it up. It's so goofy looking. I love it.
Oh man, Vector, yeah, definitely. This character, like, I feel like it's the unorthodoxness of the character that is probably allowing Amaze to go so far with it, because most people, like, who knows how to play against Vector stage 1? You never see them. You don't, you know what I mean? So now you're just kind of like, all right, how am I getting anti-aired by this? Well, that's just how his neutral stig works. And other people's anti-air is a little easier to do, but just the way that his looks, I feel like it kind of catches people off guard. That's a little charge right there, the little down stig action. Not going to get anything going for it, though, but still.
Even just aside from the signature usage, like, Amaze is really good at both weapons. Like, you saw the edge guard on the left side with the bow that then extended later on. There was that save from Shadow, but that extended on into the edge guard on the right side that did get the KO. So if this was a 1v1 situation, the amazing clean edge guards from Amaze, but Shadow was able to take out the stock. You saw the GC neutral signature coming out from Amaze there. Unfortunately, she couldn't use it to get over to the side while Shadow was there to take it out. Goddess is likely going to fall here. The recovery actually makes contact before Shadow's able to throw anything out. Yo, Cheeseface actually gets down, but Amaze cleans it up. What a chaotic end to all of those first stocks.
Yeah, man, just everybody dropping out there right there. It's like John Wick came through this building or something. So,
Ooh, that was a close one. That would have been so bad. Amaze would have got caught with the ground pound. The gravity cancel neutral signature.
Yeah, we tried that earlier, but it definitely got snuffed out because the ground pound was already on top of him, of her. But now it seems as though she's been able to get out of a few of these situations. Long-lasting hitbox on that sig there, gonna get the hit regardless. And now, yeah, they're just the firing squad is out.
The Azov squad is ready to deliver the big payload of just signature after signature. The surface-to-air missiles, that is that neutral signature on bow.
Okay, there's going to be the, kind of push them up, but not going to be enough for the stock just yet. Cheeseface still living, but Amaze trying to put the pressure onto him. And meanwhile, here on the left side, you got Goddess actually doing some work. I thought she actually got the hit there, but no, Cheeseface getting that, I think it was an unarmed sig right there to go ahead and take that stock. So now a little bit of a lead, well, actually a big lead developing for the red team. Now that I just noticed that Amaze is down to her last stock. Managed to get that, double? Maybe? Yeah, it's going to be enough.
Are able to secure it. You saw Goddess completely back up from that one. She would have the weapon toss there as an option if she needed it, but she clearly saw that she didn't. That led to the stock. Goddess and Amaze aren't too far behind, but Amaze is definitely getting close to KO. And there it is.
All right. Now this is still a comeback that is possible, but I mean, just would have been a little better if Amaze could have hit. Oh, never mind. That was so quick. There was like 3 hits in there when I said the comeback was possible, and then it was just gone. So Goddess and Amaze not going to be able to secure that second game there. Still great turnaround for the red team for sure, as that first game was fully into the blue team's favor, but it seems like they were able to clean it up.
Saw the sidelight nair, charging that signature up. Got it right with the middle puff. That kind of goes up the highest. Sent straight up above. Man, Cheeseface sent out 12 signatures. Hit 58% of them. Also, Shadow only sent out 4, but still also 50% of them. So it's 50% or more from both members of the red team. That is incredible. That's what you want to see, especially as an Azov player. If you're throwing out a lot, that's normal. But if you're throwing out a lot and hitting a lot, that's fantastic.
For sure. So here we are into our third game. Somehow still have not swapped off of the stage. We've seen every game on this stage so far. It's coming to, like, I guess they love it. They love Small Mammoth Fortress and the Down Under for sure. All right. Here we go. Damn,
so many bows.
Just all bow action right there in the middle. A large skirmish happening up here on the left side of the stage. Just everyone getting hit with pretty much every move that was thrown out right there. A lot of damage being put on, but who's going to take the first stock? Almost was about to be Amaze off of her first stock, but still living just barely. Side air is all the way across the stage actually going to take. Okay.
Oh, Goddess really went down for that one. That's the down air. Can she finish it up? She can. Cheeseface went wide into the push-off column, hoping to find a move, a hit, anything that could give him a chase dodge so he could get back to the wall. Unfortunately, didn't find it. Goddess was maneuvering around everything. Cheeseface hoping to take out Amaze, swapping over the axe, maybe a little bit more KO potential. There's the Insig. That's going to take out. See if Shadow can clean this one up on the edge. Easy side air.
Yeah, no, Goddess actually managed to get through that first edge guard attempt by going a little higher up when the ground pound was coming. Therefore, she got hit up, but it didn't really get her out of pressure, so she got pushed right back into that situation to get edge guarded again. Still, though, a small lead, definitely for the blue team, but nothing that can get taken. Wow, okay, there it is. That neutral sig, always catching people off guard, usually catching that jump out of the area. Just no, I'm right here with you. All right, almost caught another one.
There's the D-Light. Oh, went for the turnaround side air. Try to pivot that one. Catch Cheeseface going the other way.
Hey, Cheeseface getting back on stage and find themselves a weapon as well. But still, man, Amaze.
Nice side air. Oh, yeah.
Literally
nice
like
side
a jet.
air.
Just literally like a jet, the way that she's moving all the way around this stage. A lot of aerial movement here. Another double side air is going to go ahead and take the stock, and they are 1,000% winning this game. But I mean, how dominant does it look right now? They have both their second stocks. They are in danger, but they've already got Cheeseface onto his last. They got Cheeseface's partner out there before he even got on his last. It's gonna be a double KO, but still a lot that Cheeseface has to do to win this.
Goddess is able to get a weapon immediately. Amaze grabs a lance right after her. There's the neutral light. We haven't seen too much team combo potential yet. We saw one earlier where Amaze started it. Goddess was unarmed and flubbed the response. Maybe they just don't have a lance into unarmed team combo ready to go. Wow, that covers a lot of that area.
It really does. Oh. All right.
I was a little bit worried on that one.
Yeah, a little bait and switch action there, I guess. But yeah, the damage definitely kind of lacking here. Well, I couldn't even see it because it was under the thing, but I saw 640 on one side, and then the fact that these guys both have their, two of their stocks at the end, I'd have to say that the damage from the other, 262, there it is. It is definitely pretty lacking here on the side of Shadow. Gonna have to step it up big time. As you can see, Shadow swapping out off of the Azoth and onto the Macho Man, aka the Olgrim. Hopefully this pays off as well as we get a lance into the mix, and then also an axe. So. Well, he already had the axe, but yeah, just swapping off of the bow into the lance. See if this pays off.
Now, keep in mind, in case y'all weren't watching the bracket at home earlier, Goddess and Amaze actually sent Shadowfish and Clem down. So maybe Goddess and Amaze are just ready to take out people named Shadow here. Already took out Shadowfish and Clem. Now looking to take out Shadow and Cheeseface down in the loser side of the bracket. This is an elimination match. Of course, because we are on the loser side of the bracket.
Right. See him definitely moving around, maneuvering quite well. But no, nothing gonna happen off that one. However, immediately picks that up with the recovery to boot as the finisher. And you can see there's actually a decent fight developing here off stage. Again, by Goddess and Cheeseface, who seem to have a vendetta against each other because they have been fighting so often off stage every time. Got Cheeseface running right back over there. That's going to be a juke from Goddess. Goddess should be able to take that off the wall. That's enough.
Nice. Once that axe recovery came out, that 360-degree hitbox, Goddess really went for that one deep. Still able to get back. Amaze might be cleaning it up on the left side. She is able to do it.
Look at Goddess. It's like Cheeseface is off stage, so am I. Back there again. Doing it one more time. Chasing him down. Cheeseface. No weapon in hand from Goddess, just throwing the hands right now. And it's definitely working out. A lot of good hits right there. Not obviously the strongest hits, but still, oh my God, sent out of there super quickly with that neutral sig. Uh-oh.
I was almost expecting that to be the down signature, dropping those bombs. GC and Sig coming out from Amaze, not enough to get back. You saw Goddess going over there attempting the save, but I'm not sure there was any real possibility of grabbing that without really putting Goddess's stock in danger, especially because she's so healthy on her second stock.
Yeah. It seemed as though that Goddess maybe wasn't expecting that GC neutral sig because she was positioned where Amaze was kind of at, and then Amaze obviously pushed herself over and too far away to get like uppercutted from the recovery. So it's unfortunate, little misplay right there, but obviously they still have a good lead as far as damage goes, and now the stock lead. And Shadow, he's looking a little hurt out here. Oh my God, just chases him down. He's ground pounding, but the ground pound of the Qatar's a little faster. Just go ahead and chase that one down and get the stock here.
Goddess and Amaze definitely poised to take this game, and that'll close out the set 3-1. See what Cheeseface has in store. The dodge is gone. Cheeseface has some time over on the wall, so it's certainly back up now. Just burned. Oh, you saw the bombs dropping from Amaze, and didn't quite reach down low enough. Gets through the gravity cancel side signature. You saw the neutral light into the recovery. Goddess was really wanting to go for that after you saw that dodge burn from Cheeseface.
Okay, Cheeseface, what a really good recovery there. Avoided a lot, unfortunately, though. Still going to be all here on the wall. And, well, yeah, just getting shot up right there. Dropping the bombs on him. Good stuff. I mean, again, Vector's SIGs, they all seem kind of like unorthodox, but when they hit, they hit. So, I mean, that neutral SIG was getting a lot on that one. That down SIG dropping the bombs kind of reminds me a lot of, like, Isaiah SIGs, but just now with 3 more. So, good stuff to Amaze and Goddess taking that one and moving into losers finals.
Yeah, one thing we didn't see too much successfully from Amaze was that neutral signature. She was using it quite a bit, definitely off stage, like over on the left or over on the right. She would do it to recover back to the wall. A lot of the time she used it, she was just too far down, so I'm not really going to fault her for that. She was just going for whatever she could. Sometimes it was away from the stage over there. Also did it a couple times on the stage, but I don't think I ever really saw it connect too much. Still, good work from Amaze. You saw 9 signatures coming out there from her. A lot of that was that neutral signature, but also you saw the down signature. That was the one that cleaned that game up at the end, so she was using that one pretty well.
Yeah. So, got to give it up, as I said, to the blue team. Now, they'll be waiting, or they'll be moving forward and playing against Kyler Alice and Doggo, who are now sitting in the losers finals of things as well. Kyler Alice still rocking the Undertaker. Still gonna, see if this works out. And again, man, like if you saw that last game of winners finals, you would wonder like why he's deciding to do that, because they got destroyed on that last game for sure. But hey, man, if you still see the magic in it, no one's here to stop you as long as you can get those W's.
Yeah, that is definitely an interesting one because we know how good his Bodvar is, and you know how solid just a generic Bodvar pick in any game mode. Like no one's ever gonna say, excuse me, wait a minute, sir, why are you playing that character? So we'll see if he's able to maybe turn it around this game, maybe use that orb a little bit better, use that hammer a little bit better to get through this one. This is going to be, I believe, the first Lance that we've seen Kyler and Dummy have to deal with on stream.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely. They've not had to do that yet. It was very much... I guess it's very much interesting to see how this one plays out because of that. And we also got finally a different stage here onto Shipwreck. Been on Small Mammoth for quite some time, but here we are on Shipwreck. Small walls right there, so you got to watch yourself on the recovery for sure. And with the way that I feel like Vector can use that Lance down sig, that's going to spell some real danger to anyone trying to recover to that wall as such.
Yeah, that can definitely, if you get caught in orange with that, that signature is just going to take you out of the game. That could be Kyler Alice's defense difference, not really helping him out as much in this game, depending on where he gets caught with something like that. The down signature, it catches Goddess and Kyler. Dummy's able to take out Amaze after, but then Dummy falls. I didn't even notice what happened to Dummy.
Yeah, no, I had to look at the stream for the instant replay real quick because I'm not sure what happened to him either. He just left. He missed the ground pound and used all of his aerial options before such, so he never touched the wall and just died. Unfortunate right there. Fortunate way to drop that stock. But obviously they've still been able to keep a little bit of lead here, mostly on Kyler Alice, who is now not taking a lot of damage, but obviously dealing a decent amount as well. The most healthy person on the screen right now. And that's got to feel good for him, usually seeing that normally he has definitely been the one to either lose that stock first or be in the red first.
Now this is going to be the run back for Goddess and Amaze, who did fight Kyler Alice and Dummy in the winners semifinals. That was a 3-1 set that put Kyler Alice and Dummy in the winners finals, where we saw them fight Doggo and Elsem. So they're starting to maybe get a little bit more behind in this game because everybody's taking damage except for Kyler Alice. He's in a really good spot. Amaze is going to fall, so it's 3 stocks to 4. Goddess doing her best to take Dummy off stage, as Dummy is the most damaged on the red team, so most likely to get knocked out. But unfortunately, Dummy was just able to completely dip away from that, and Goddess didn't get the offstage interaction she might have wanted.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell that they're kind of hunting for sure for Dummy, but Dummy playing such an elusive game right now, still getting through that recovery as well. The weapon toss action.
Amaze is taking so much damage. Both members of the red team are putting out so much damage onto Amaze.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, Amaze is dead after that. You saw the dodge come out immediately after the recovery that took off Kyler. You saw the spot dodge come out there. That was into the taunt.
Yeah, Dummy's so rude, bro. You deserve that death for sure. But either way, man, they still got a very solid lead here on this first game on the blue team. They're not just bullying Goddess here on the right side. She is stuck here on the edge and finally getting some stage, but I mean, it's just not a lot of stage now. Putting herself in between, but managed to get out of there super quickly.
This stage is wide, which gives you like a lot of movement to kind of go left to land, but also there's no soft platform, so this can be really tough to land on. That charged up is going to get the hit, and that is going to get the KO. Dummy doing incredible work in that game. Kyler also making sure that the damage that he took was at like a lower pace and just overall not as much damage as he was taking before. And then Dummy comes in there, puts out the mark of the beast, 666 damage, and then also picks up 5 KOs.
Yeah, no, he definitely did it up. And even though, like, you know, you saw Kyler Alice's damage was higher than Dummy's, but that really didn't matter too much. Again, you are playing a very defensive legend, so putting that in scale, like, they were probably taking about the same amount of, like, I guess, lethal damage, if you will. So that's going to be a great first game here for Kyler Alice and Dummy. As you can see, the other team swapping out and getting a Val into the mix, as well as an Ace-Off. Okay.
Maybe taking a page out of one of their previous opponents' books for maybe the double Azoth pick coming out here.
Okay, so as we now we get back to our pride and joy here, Small Mammoth Fortress. Maybe this game will go a little better here for the blue team, but I mean, with the way the red team was playing that last game, I mean, it's going to be definitely something, a hard-fought battle to get through. That axe looks like a hammer. I don't like that.
Oh, the Bryn one or the one that Amaze
is off one right now? Yeah, I don't know. That looks a little bit like a hammer to me.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
All right, here we go though. It happens. You know, there's obviously, you know, there's gonna be a couple hit or miss with as many weapon skins in this game. Some things are bound to look like something else. So, moving forward.
Side
gonna be 2 stocks drop immediately.
Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough for Goddess and Amaze. Kyler, Alice, and Dummy already up 1-0 in this set. See if they can finish this stock out. Goddess is there with the rotate. That's going to get the KO. Going to get through that weapon toss that came out from Dummy. It means Dummy is disarmed. Kyler does still have a weapon. See how long they can take Dummy all the way into the sky. The weapon spawn came in. You know Dummy wanted to get back to that, but Goddess was just there to take Dummy off the top.
I like that Amaze opted to keep the bow instead of the lance too. I think the lance, I don't know what it is about the lance in that last game, but it seems like Kyler Alice and Dummy played around it quite well. So maybe that just wasn't the weapon of choice. So swap that one out for an axe and some very strong SIGs on Azoth as well. Might be the key to victory here. However, this Azoth is already down to the last stock, but so is Dummy, finding that wild side air. Random side air right there to go ahead and take that stock away. And now another one way high up. Should be able to make that one back, but no one over there looking. Oh, still managed to find it though. Got hit over. He wasn't really looking at first, but got hit over there, so just decided to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, that was definitely a beautiful side air from Amaze. Goddess is going to have to do whatever she can to not take too much damage. And I mean, she's staring at a hammer and she's staring at an axe, so I don't know how she's going to be able to survive this one.
Yeah, so Amaze now definitely doing a little damage here, but now Goddess and Amaze both. Oh, wow.
Kyler!
Scooped down to that one. Amaze, no, not in the middle. I was like, you don't want to stand there, put herself in a bad spot, and ends up losing that stock before Goddess can come back and alleviate some of that pressure. That is unfortunate.
Goddess without a weapon. Dummy's just going to sit there and end light.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Edge guard situation. Oh, yo, she picked it up! Are you serious?
Yo.
That's going to be the KO. Can she get back onto the main platform? This is now a 1v1 with Goddess in the lead.
That was so nice. They'll pick up off that soft platform with that neutral sig, like, you're coming with me, sir. And that's exactly what happened to Dummy. Now it's Kyler, Alice, and Goddess. Goddess with a little more damage here. Obviously still playing against this defensive legend that is Thor, but the damage is already pretty racked up, scooped. Can't get much more off that. Just throwing him back off stage. Hold on.
No.
That one doesn't have too much force, but still, extra damage. Uh-oh. Oh, no, you gotta watch yourself.
And that's a hammer. Oh, okay. That gets the KO. That's going to tie up the set. Goddess winning that 1v1. Also put out 675 damage. Also got 4 KOs.
That's what, I mean, that was just a really good last play right there, or last, stand there for Goddess, as she was able to not only steal that stock away from Dummy, who was probably not expecting that at all, that reverse neutral sig, and then after that, just got a solid 1v1 against Kyler. Kyler managed to grab himself the hammer, but it was all too late as he ends up getting scooped up by that sidelight recovery too. I thought he was good. Like, it looked like once that ground pound hit that he was just going to drop down and try to recovery the Stevani while she was way down there, but kind of opted to go away from that situation, and unfortunately that allowed the 1v1 to start.
So one thing that I do want to mention is we're in the top 3 right now. We're in the losers finals. So if Goddess and Amaze lose this one, I'm not saying that's going to happen. Not saying that the probability of that is certainly real. But if, worst case scenario for Goddess and Amaze, they lose here, 3rd place. That's fantastic. Goddess has not found herself in the top 3 in a very long time, since the World Championship last year. So she's had some trouble working through a couple different 2v2 teammates, and it seems like she might have found the fit.
Yeah, this might be the groove here for sure, man. And as you said, even on the games that Goddess maybe haven't struggling a little bit, it seems as though Amaze definitely picks it up. So no one's ever, the whole team is never fully slacking, I think, in my opinion. I think even if Amaze ever does start slacking, you can see those pick up. Wow, that was how are they doing it? I like what a pickup and a delay right there from Goddess to allow Amaze to actually hit that side air first so they could get the free recovery right after. This is a very good lead developing, and now Amaze putting, wow, okay, catching both of them right there. A lot of damage being put out.
Normally you'd see the single player going over to the wall and just waiting for Goddess to spawn back in. But no, Amaze was taking both members of the red team. Just keep moving over to the left side. Yeah. An incredibly clean bow coming out from Amaze today. Unfortunately, Dummy wasn't able to find the option on Amaze that would send to the left and get the KO. It was a GC in light that sent back towards the middle of the stage.
Uh-oh. So Amaze, super high recovery right there, managed to make it away. Unfortunately, though, Dummy is going to succumb to that ground pound. Super easy for Goddess to line up, as Dummy most likely used a lot of their resources before trying to chase down Amaze. So good stuff for Goddess to recognize that and get the free KO there onto Dummy.
We just need Kyler's hammer to turn up. It kind of hasn't hit that point yet in this game. We saw it towards the end of last game, even though the red team did end up losing. But you saw it towards the end that Kyler was going back and forth. It's missing the stomp side air. Oh no, Kyler on final stock. Dummy in danger. Okay, Goddess is just going to walk into that signature there, unfortunately. But still, Goddess is doing such a good job surviving this game.
Yeah, this is definitely a scary feat right here for the red team to be able to bring this one back. However, though, a lot of stocks are threatened between Dummy stock. We got Goddess's second stock threatened, and then on top of that, if they can get a team combo going here on Amaze, who's by herself right now, gotta watch yourself. She has been kind of struggling on positioning while Goddess is coming back from the Halo platform, but this time not losing the stock too early here. And now they got a lot of damage on the red squad as well, so this is 2 SIGs away from taking it. Potentially 2, confirms as well. Oh, there's one.
Yo, that's going to take Dummy out of this one. Kyler, he does have the hammer here. Could take out Amaze with a stomp side or even just a regular side air. That one, unfortunately, is going to bounce off the main platform, but it does split the blue team up a little bit. He finds the neutral air, and that is going to take out Kyler. Goddess, 505 damage, 3 KOs. Amaze, 697 damage and 3 KOs. Under 500 for both members of the red team.
Yeah, they're absolutely hitting right now here on the blue team. Almost 700 damage that's a feat. You can see that the Undertaker almost took 700 damage, which is also another feat, but The fact that you're not really taking all these hits in stride and actually making anything happen with him is the unfortunate part. So now we are into our fourth game, a set lead here for Goddess and Amaze, who are trying to get into that grand finals over Kyler, Alice, and Dummy, who I feel like this would be one of their lowest placings in a while. And when at third place, I'm pretty sure they were like first and second like every time.
So one thing that I noticed from Kyler towards the end of last game, especially when he had the orb in his hand, is he was missing so many attacks. And if you happen to notice on the stat screen, Kyler threw out 101 attacks and only hit 29% of them. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen.
Not at all. It's a lot of swings and misses, and in this game, swings and misses means you're probably getting punished too. So that's definitely not what you want to see right there. Big accuracy on that neutral sig.
Yo, that was nice.
Okay. I like the idea, though, but unfortunately not able to line up that ground pound in time. The stock looking a little in danger here for Goddess, who managed to swing by that off the top, but no, not enough just yet. Whoa, what happened to his stock? I don't even think he got touched. Gotta watch it again. So you keep the stream up for the instant replay, but yeah, no, that just... Kyler Alice just kind of out of it on that one. Yeah, actually no one touched him. He just died. Unfortunate.
And I guess he didn't have the dodge. It was still on cooldown, so he couldn't go for the gravity cancel neutral signature or anything there. You saw Dummy go down, so I'm sure Kyler was calling it out to his teammate that he was going to fall. Unfortunately for the red team, Dummy couldn't get down there in time. It is still extremely even. So even though Kyler did fall there when he was basically uncontested in terms of actually taking damage, he's not taking too much damage here. It's a little bit more than Goddess, but still, Dummy and Amaze are basically in the exact same boat in yellow right now. Hopefully, Dummy can turn up. I feel like it's been a minute since we saw Dummy really turn up here.
Yeah. All right, man. So Dummy. Oh, okay. Almost got that. That was definitely going to be a pickup on Dummy, and the stock had he got hit with that recovery. Still loses it, though. And now is it? Oh!
That was a nice pickup.
Yeah. Kyler Alice and Dummy. I think that there's no more options there on Amaze. Did not touch the wall or the ground, so just getting picked up too early for there. And now Kyler Alice still on their second stock, but on the weapon that I don't really think they're using too well right now. Although okay, there we go, swapping over to the hammer. Yeah.
And that's fantastic, because if you look at the SIG that Kyler just picked up on both members of the blue team, that was the hammer side SIG. And then Dummy was there to clean up that edge guard to get the KO, turn 1 into 2. So fantastic work. The red team maybe starting to turn up here. They need to at this point, because they're already down 2 games to their 1 in this set, so they need this victory to take it to game 5. And this is where the Kyler clutch factor comes in. All of that experience. Dummy gets a KO off the top. All of a sudden, it's Amaze in the 1v2.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's something about the way that Kyler Alice is playing this last stock, too, where it's another one of those situations where he's playing so in their face, even though he's susceptible to losing that stock with any stray hit. But I think even then, just watching him play that like that and knowing that he's not actually stepping back might be a mix in itself. I think a lot of people are just used to chasing people around when they're at these high damages colors and stuff. But no, not Kyler Alice. He said, you know what? I have a lot of defense. I'm going to use my use it to my advantage. That's exactly what he did. So weirdly enough, though, I mean, I feel like we're always talking. We talk a lot about Thor's defense, but right now Stevani is in the same level of defense with the defense stance being put on. With the 7 defense right now, so she should still be able to live a lot more hits as well. I think it's just that force of some of these moves from Brawlhalla are really just not trying to hear that defense at all.
So Dummy, despite having the lowest defense in the game, since we're on the topic of defense, has been doing a good job. Like, we've seen Dummy survive for really extended periods of time. Now that Kyler Alice hammer is fully online. We saw it start to come online last game. You saw that progress bar going 30%, 50%, 80%. Now it is 100% ready to go, overcharged, and Kyler is swinging.
Yeah, man, it's definitely your downloaded content is now definitely usable, and that's exactly what's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, my God. What a pickup right there from Amaze.
That was huge. That could have been a very rough spot, and Amaze turned it into something big. So that's actually going to put the blue team into the lead after Kyler was putting in so much work. That neutral light's going to send Goddess to the left. Red team turns their sights onto Amaze. As Goddess is getting back to the platform, Kyler moves over, gets the KO.
All right, man. So with that being
the red, Amaze has now turned her sights over onto Dummy, but now Kyler again in her face. The neutral light not enough to take out yet, but there's the sideline side air. Kyler's chase dodging.
Oh,
the
no!
corner. Oh,
No!
Oh, the team damage with the side signature. At least trading 1-for-1, so we're back to a dead even game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's unfortunate that you did get it on your teammate, but being able to make sure the game doesn't start to escape you off that as quick as possible was really good from Goddess. Goddess and now, I'll say, well, Amaze and now Dummy on their last stocks, while you can see the two defensive legends holding it down on their second. Both of them pretty hurt right now, but who's going to lose that stock first? It looks like it's going to be Goddess getting scooped up there on the side by the downlight side air. That's going to be a stock, and now Kyler Alice, I mean, not on the hammer, but has definitely been doing a good job of living.
He's been following up so well off of Dummy with both hammer and orb. His orb, we criticized it earlier. He's stepping it up now as well. Everything is coming online for Kyler Alice exactly when he needs to. That's the Kyler clutch factor. You saw that neutral air. That kept Goddess off of him. He didn't tunnel vision on getting the KO on Amaze, so he kept himself safe.
Okay, hold on. So, yeah, Amaze got oh, my God, the read. The read's so strong right there from Kyler Alice, and yeah, I think that's going to go ahead and seal this one up. Amaze was definitely playing a little more cautious, and I think that was the difference between everybody here, is that when the red team is at these high percentages, they're going in, but when the blue team is at high percentages, they're kind of staying back, and it's thus making the red team have an easier time of like, you know, being the aggressors against them. Okay. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Jukes? Oh, couldn't actually get a punish off of that one. This will be the wildest comeback of all time. She's able to get this W. Kyler Alice not doing anything there. I think he could have finished the game by just putting his sword up, or his hammer up with that neutral sig.
He's just kind of vibing. He's looking for the perka pivot down airs. Kyler, he must be feeling himself. So he's like, yeah, it's no worries. We definitely got this one in the bag. That is going to, oh my gosh, TK. Are we working at Boeing? Because that is 757. I don't know if they even make that plane.
I mean, I think that's their plane for sure. But hey, you know, regardless, that's a lot of damage being done right there, man. I mean, how did he do it? No, it's a 737. Whoops. Wait, hold on now.
No, they make a 757.
They do make a 757.
Yeah,
the Boeing, they're flying definitely to grand finals here with that type of gameplay. I give it up for sure. Great showing though for Goddess and Amaze, being able to take it to game 5. As you said, Amaze or Goddess has had a hard time in these brackets lately, has not really been in the top 3 for quite some time, but managed to make it here and almost making it to the top 2. Just unfortunately that last game, the Kyler Alice factor 1000% showing up there.
Yeah, completely stepping up. But yeah, you're exactly right. Congratulations to Goddess and Amaze. They are an incredible team, and I look forward to seeing more of them as we move throughout the rest of this season at the World Championship and more seasons to come. Hopefully they stick together, but we are moving on. Will history repeat itself, TK? We saw this similar thing in the Summer Championships. It is now Kyler Alice and Dummy going back up into the grand finals. Elsem and Doggo came here after a victory against Kyler Alice and Dummy. Last time at the Summer Championships, it went all the way to Game 5, but it didn't favor Doggo and Elsem. That led to the bracket reset and then led to a 3-0 victory for the team that came from the losers bracket.
Yeah. So grand finals will be what you see right here: Doggo and Elsem against Kyler Alice and Dummy. Now, if you weren't here for the winners finals, it was a close. It was by numbers, but that last game was not close at all. So hopefully they were able to kind of sit back and figure out what went wrong in the games that they did lose and kind of quell that, or have Doggo and Elsem been watching as well, which they most likely have been watching the rest of the gameplay to make sure they get to stay one step ahead of their opponent here.
But one thing they're going to have to worry about, I don't know if everybody at home can see it, but Kyler Alice is already locking in the Yumiko for game 1. So everything that they were studying from the Undertaker pick, from that Thor pick, some of it will apply, but some of it certainly won't apply, as we're coming in with this Yumiko, with the bow, with the hammer.
All right, man. So I had to open up the store real quick to get back in there, but now I'm looking at the crossovers like, well, hold on now. Okay. Might have to.
TK, you
scoop
can
up real
shop
quick.
after. Let's get into the game.
All right, so let's go ahead. As you said, we're going to be getting right into it, man. I'm most likely going to Mammoth Fortress again. They have definitely been loving that stage, but I saw Shipwreck earlier. Those are the only 2 stages I remember seeing so far, is Mammoth Fortress and Shipwreck. So no Miami Dome, no Apocalypse, no Small Enigma, no Crystal Temple, none of that.
Yeah, it's been like banned down to Mammoth, Shipwreck, Apocalypse like every game. I think Australia just hates soft platforms, and honestly, I'm about it. I agree. I think that is
I'm
the
down.
correct choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as like, if I'm looking at this stage list, the 2 things that are always getting banned, regardless of who I'm playing, will be Small Enigma and Great Hall. I'm not playing on those. Like, not playing on those. I like Miami Dome for the music. It does have soft platforms, but they're like a little higher up, so it's less of a issue. Yeah, the Small Enigma and Great Halls are they're too close. They're right there. So here we go, though. As you said, the Yumiko is out from Kyler Alice. He's been swapping it up all day today. Keeping the hammer, though. You know, he's like, maybe my bow really isn't, or my orb really isn't popping off, but the bow might be the answer here. And let's see how this one pays out. Oh, immediate start off right there of Elsem getting in there with that side light. No wasted time.
Elsem is going to be the first, or the last one to get a weapon. It is going to be the spear coming out. It's that candy cane spear, one of the nastiest looking spears in the entire game. I'll get hit with some of the other spears in the game. I'm not getting touched with that one. That one just really makes me uncomfortable to watch.
It looks like, it looks like it hurts. Like it's a very sharp end right there. What is this hammer? Or what is this axe? Is this like a sheetrock? Like
I don't know. It looks like a piece of concrete attached to like rebar, or I'm not sure.
All right, but that's definitely the MacGyver's axe right there, man. Just how to make it whatever you can make an axe out of. I'm gonna do it. So first stock dropping here of off of Dummy. But Dummy, like, again, man, I'm never really worried too much about Dummy stocks until the end. Like, he can definitely drop those first 2 like it's nothing and go absolutely insane on that last one. So it's not over for Dummy until it's actually over.
Oh, might be getting juggled by Doggo. Several nairs. Not quite enough to take off the top, but good damage was done onto Dummy's second stock. Definitely the most damaged in this game so far. Elsem's still in the yellow. Hammer coming in from Kyler, swanging. Oh, the weapon toss actually hit Kyler Alice, and then they got the KO on the right, and then the second KO. The red team totally got wiped there. We're seeing kind of similar things that we saw earlier from Doggo. Only really got KO'd there. How long was that into the game? That was like a minute and a half into that game by the time Doggo got taken out.
Right. So you can see, back into it. Definitely a lot of swinging being done on here on these axes, but nothing really landing just yet. Everybody on this screen with the axe except for Kyler Alice, who's still going to put some work in with this bow, though. And wow, you know what? So I said this, it really doesn't matter about dummy stocks to the last one, but I mean, the dummy factor didn't really pick up right there on the last stock, unfortunately. So the Kyler Alice factor not looking like it's online yet for the Yumiko yet. But, maybe a couple of games in. Well, you don't really have that many games left from seeing you are on the loser side of things. So, yeah, maybe the next game it'll start to activate. But, yeah, the blue team definitely with a solid lead here on to Kyler Alice, who still has 2 stocks, but so does Doggo. And there's not a lot of damage here on Elsem either.
It did take them a little while to take out that final stock from Kyler Alice. So that is going to give him some time to sort of answer back. Weapon spawn comes in. Is he going to be able to get to it? No.
Ooh. Okay, good damage right there. Oh, trying to scoop him up. Couldn't find it, though. And now they're just trying to chase him down. I mean, he's staying in the middle, but no real team combos coming out from the blue team just yet. They're just kind of getting twos and fews here. Okay.
Saw the double weapon toss there, but they didn't, time it right to where it was one after the other, so the dodge came through from Kyler, and he got through both of those weapon tosses. I think you're exactly right, though. That does kind of worry me a little bit, is the fact that they weren't able to take that 2v1 more confidently. The fact that they were you saw the attempt at following up off their teammate, and a lot of them were just completely misplaced. There was some team damage that came out in the beginning of that 2v1, so that was looking kind of rough from the team who got here through the winner's side of the bracket.
Yeah, man, I feel like just looking at what we have right now on the screen, 216 damage from Dummy, man. That's hurting. That hurts. That hurts for 217. It says, but yeah, that's hurting for sure, man. They only got 3 SIGs, none of them hitting there. And so, yeah, it's a real rough outing there for, for Dummy, but hopefully he's able to pick it up here in this next one. All right. So we're just kind of waiting out until we get into our next one.
And here we're going to get into it. Dummy swapping over to the Ragnar pick. Kyler's still sticking on this Yumiko. So this is sort of an interesting swap for Dummy onto the Ragnar. It is a level 51 Ragnar, so there is some time put on to this character. It is an axe that he has on this character, following up with the axe that he had on Jala. But it is going to be the Katars, which can certainly be hit or miss in twos.
All right, man. So, yeah, let's see how this one plays out. As the thing is, you're definitely right about the Katars, though. I feel like their combos need so much space. But at the same time, though, I do feel like there's a really good reset hitbox on combos for, one, the neutral air, and then the neutral light as well, just to make it easy for the opponent or for your teammate to follow up. But after that, it's kind of gray area at that point in time.
No, Kyler's going to fall there. I don't think there was really too much happening in that edge guard. He's going to go down early. Looking a little bit rough for the red team. But, yeah, going back to what you said about the Katars earlier, if I'm looking at, like, Viper locking in the Ragnar, brother, I am down every single time.
Yeah.
I am ready for that to lock in. Even when he was playing the Lucian, I believe, last weekend, I'm in for Viper's Katars. We'll see if Dummy kind of has that sauce, or if he ends up just getting taken out here. There's the gravity cancel down signature. Elson's been using that one quite a lot, sometimes picking up 2 members of the opponent team.
Yeah, this is definitely good. Oh, okay. Caught that read as well with the jump. But go on. Not gonna lose that stock just yet. Okay, both of them making it back up. Wait a minute. This could be a turnaround. No. Oh, okay. Bonked his head, but still didn't panic and managed to make it back through to go ahead and grab the side now. Both the axes back out. Now I'm gonna swap back over to the hammer. Wow, immediate pickup there from the left side from Dummy. Like it. Kind of rushed him right there.
Ooh, he tried to spot dodge that neutral light that came out from Elson. Didn't have enough iframes, so he got caught by the final hitbox of that neutral light from Elson. Elson just trying to land here, and red team is patrolling the ground. Kyler even went up over to the soft platform. Stomp there from Kyler.
Okay. We're definitely just moving around on this one. Oh. Okay, well, that is, I mean, like the way that this game is developing for sure. A little slower on the development, but the blue team still, okay,
Ooh.
That's an easy stomp there. Blue team still just as dominant as that first game, man. Dummy and Kyler Alice looking like they do not have the answers to overtake Eltham and Doggo today. Although I do think that after Yumiko dropped first, it may be time to swap to something else.
Yeah,
maybe back to the Undertaker.
You think it's going to be back to the Undertaker? It also could be a Thorn. I honestly, a Bodvar. And I honestly don't know which one is the better choice, and I don't know which one Kyler is actually going to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's even if he even cares to switch, because I feel like even on some of those games where he lost pretty hard on the Undertaker, he still decided, you know, I'm going to play it again. And he lost this one pretty hard on the Yumiko, but, you know, could be stubborn and go for it one more time.
Doggo just barely dropping that D-Light ground pound. And again, this is a 1v2, and it's not super confident that Elsam and Doggo are absolutely going to take this one away. Again, team damage right there. It's not good. Does spot dodge that one. It might not lead to the KO. Goes for the recovery. Dummy's going to get through. Weapon toss down. Gets the KO there. Like, I don't want to say that Dummy is playing this bad, because he's not, but I also don't want to say that, like, Dummy is going off and look at how he's playing this 1v2. He's insane. He's a very good player, but Doggo and Elsam, they need to work on their 2v1s, man. You put, like, Boomy and Sandstorm into that situation, or, like, Ninja and Pavelski into that situation, or Acno and Blaze, or any of the top 2v2 teams from, like, any of the other region in that same position, in that same context, that 1v2 is going to end a lot more quickly.
Okay, so we did get the swap back over to the Undertaker, though. Yeah, the Yumiko was definitely not cutting it for sure. I think the first game was okay. That second game kind of sealed the deal on, hey, this is not working. So let's go ahead and go back to what, what I know For real. And this is what I mean, it took a little bit for us to kind of warm up with the fact that the Undertaker was doing his thing. I think his orb play has gotten better over the course of the tournament we have been watching. So hopefully this, this ends up leading into a W, or are we going to see a 3-0 finals and we're moving straight over to Southeast Asia?
The way Doggo's playing right now, I would be worried. If I'm a Kyler Alice or a Dummy fan, of which I am, I would be worried right now. I'm also a Doggo fan and an Elsum fan, so I get kind of best of both worlds. Doesn't matter who wins here. I'm going home with a smile on my face. But for the red team, something has got to change here. Something's got to step up because Doggo's playing amazing. He put out 663 damage last game. Elsum's been swinging that axe as well.
Right. See him definitely setting him up, but not going to get much more than that.
Yeah, red team is already getting destroyed so far. They weren't able to finish that edge guard there. That was going to be a tough one for Kyler to actually find a KO in.
All right, so Kyler, a lot of hits being put out here for sure from Dummy, but ends up still losing that stock first. And Kyler Alice, right behind him. Super quick with it. Now, this is interesting that the blue team, they're pretty hurt right now, but they're still playing super aggressive. Almost got a double KO there, but both of them going to be able to make that back. Yep, one going low, one going high.
Yeah, that's really important because you kind of saw them on the same exact vector, which you worry that one move can take out both of them, and then all of a sudden they split. They completely changed their course so that one was low, one was high. One move alone is not going to take both of them out. The red team is going to have to, the blue team is going to have to make, red team is going to have to make decisions there on what they do. If they're not on the same page, both of them might go one way. That lets the other person get back free. Doggo's still swinging. That has been so scary for anybody playing against the blue team. Is Doggo gets into the red, then he gets into barbecue sauce, and it's really not a big deal. He fell there because he was just continuing to go that hard. It wasn't anything the red team did. It was Doggo beating Doggo.
All right. Oh, okay. Try to get in there real quick, but nothing developing off of that one. Okay. Gives a grab potential side sig for sure.
We've now seen a couple times this game specifically as Doggo throws out his signature to follow up and ends up hitting his teammate and the opponent. He is happy to hit his opponent there. One, it's going to do less damage. It's going to send not as far away, but also each time the red team member that gets picked up is very deep in the orange or in the red. Meanwhile, Elsum, when he gets hit by it, is in the yellow, so it's not a big deal for him. It's fantastic for the blue team.
Okay, man, so Dummy just barely living that, but okay, fighting his way back to the stage. Another one. Okay, Dummy. The Dummy factor might be online right now. This is where he kind of shines. Is when he's at these high percentages, almost nicks that one and pushes him past the blast zone with that neutral air, but unfortunate, finally dropping that stock, and now it's going to be all up to Kyler Alice to keep his team into this tournament right here, right now. Not with the hammer in the hand, unfortunately, though, so hopefully he manages to swap back over to that. I feel like the hammer will be the one a little easier for him to find just a stray hit here or there to get a KO. Oh. Taking a lot. There's the chance for him to get it. There's a weapon on deck. Yep, just walk straight out of there. Nope, they're actually going to keep the orb. Okay. Well, not anymore.
We're seeing more follow-up attempts from Doggo. They're still able to take it out in the end there. That's a 3-0 for Doggo and Elsum. They did what they couldn't do a month and a half ago at Summer Championships, and now, the last major before the World Championship, Doggo and Elsum are your new Autumn Champions for Australia.
Yeah, well, just the easy GGs right there with that weapon toss. Go ahead and finish it off. Kyler not being able to get anything started on that last stock, and on top of that, kind of staying with the orb as well. When I thought he had the chance to grab himself grab himself the hammer, but instead he was like, I'm going to keep the orb pressure up, and that led immediately to his demise. So happens to the best of us, but the best of us today happens to be Doggo and Elsum taking this here grand finals. No reset needed. Australia championship for the autumn side of things. Love to see it.
Yeah, you saw it before the bracket zoomed in, but that grand final reset that's going to remain empty. There you see it on the right side of your screen. Unfortunately, I know that spot of the bracket wants some teams in there. It's not going to get it because the grand finals, first part of that, 3-0. Doggo and Elsem completely wiped the floor with the red team. Incredible work from Doggo and Elsem today, proving that Kyler and Dummy are not the uncontested top team for Australia. Doggo and Elsem taking home the gold medal today. That's going to put them in a good spot with a good seed going into the World Championships happening in November.
Yeah, man. I mean, they just got to feel good about it just in general, man. That was a brilliant display coming in from them. I mean, like, so such a turnaround, too, thinking about it. Like, as you said, a month and a half ago, they were not able to do this. But, you know, they spent that time studying, probably labbing together, probably playing more together, just kind of getting their synergy up. Synergy is a little off at the first game, but it definitely picked up through the rest of that grand final. So big congratulations to our Autumn champions once again, Doggo and Elsem.
And you have to think about that Kyler clutch factor. We literally saw it happen in front of our very eyes today on the lower side of the bracket against Goddess and Amaze. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. Doggo and Elsem were too good. They were too much for Kyler and Dummy, so they're going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit. You saw some new character picks coming out from Kyler and Dummy. You saw the Thor, you saw the Yumiko, you saw a couple different characters from Dummy as well. Saw the Ragnar towards the end there. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board if they want to maybe handle Doggo and Elsem a little bit better once we get to the World Championships. This is important because this is the last major before the World Championships. This is the last Australia 2v2 before the World Championships.
I feel like the thing about it for sure is just looking at Kyler Alice. I'm very interested to see if he's going to continue to work on that Thor. Because obviously the hammer, he knows that like the back of his hand. You know, he's been doing that forever. But the orb has definitely been something that it looks a little unorthodox on him right now. But there was some moments of greatness coming in from the orb as well. So I think with a little more polish, we could see that, you know, really popping off in Worlds. But we'll have to see if he even decides to stay there, or will he end up picking up another character just to, you know, another character with a hammer and just kind of figuring out another side weapon.
Now that is an interesting point because Kyler and Dummy, because they've achieved so much as a 2v2 team, it's like, okay, they might go into the World Championship seed 2 instead of seed 1. So this tournament specifically is not necessarily do or die for them. Yeah, they want the glory. Yeah, they want the prize pool. But also trying out this character now, seeing how it works now, they have so much time in between literally today and the World Championship to really refine things, really work on that Thor, maybe swap to another character instead. So yeah, I think that's an interesting point that you bring up about how they're going to change what they did today, whether it's going to be working on these characters or not.
Yeah. So, with that being said, man, I see a lot of y'all thinking it's over. It's definitely not over. We have a whole nother region for you to go into. That's going to be Southeast Asia. So, even more of your favorite Brawlhalla players coming up here on this stream. So, don't go anywhere, obviously. We're going to have, more action for you, more chance for you to get more rewards, all that great stuff.
Brawlhalla has no block, but it does have a dodge. Dodging gives you invulnerability frames, which makes it the best defensive resources you have. There are many types of dodges, but for now, we're going to divide them into two categories: aerial dodges and grounded dodges. Dodges in the air can be performed in any direction, as well as in place. Dubbed spot dodges, in-place dodges last longer than directional dodges and can be cancelled into grounded attacks. Dodges on the ground, however, can only be performed on the spot, but they can carry over your momentum when used together with a dash. Grounded dodges have about 1 second of cooldown. Aerial dodges have about 3 seconds of cooldown and reset to a maximum of 1 second when you touch the ground.
can turn the sunshine into love, and I can keep on dreaming. Something like the spaceship from above, and you give me that feeling, yeah. I feel I'm so excited. I feel so good, yeah. I can't describe it. I feel I know the music will keep me dancing, yeah, keep me moving. I'm gonna tell you something just for free. I hope you catch my meaning. I'm not here to waste nobody's time, so we should both be leaving. Now you turn my world upside down. I'm bouncing off the ceiling, yeah. Can't get no better than this right now, so let's enjoy the ride. I feel I'm so excited. I feel so good, felt electric running through my mind. Daylight slipping away, yeah. Feel ready to release that sound. Embrace this beautiful day. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. So I smile easily. So I smile easily. Smile. So I smile. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. So I smile easily. So I smile easily. Smile. Smile. So I smile. 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 So I smile. Smile. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. I'm alive with vibes so positive. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never knew I could feel like this. And I never.
Welcome back to the Autumn Championships. I'm Flambeau. I'm joined with my boy Zip Master Flexington on my side. How you doing tonight, Zip?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just flexing on you. You feel me? I'm ready to see some action as always. We're here with Southeast Asia, and you already know these my boys, man. It's always some good games, and I'm here with the homie, so I'm here for a good night.
Me as well. I remember the last time we casted, we got some fresh Southeast Asia action. We got to see the fall of Tiger for the very first time. That was in ones, however, but right now we are in the 2v2s. We're going to be taking our splash into the top 8 side of things here, and it looks like we've taken a look in the lobby. We got some of our first competitors up here. We got familiar faces as well. I see Reaper in the lobby. Reaper, one of the higher PR players in the region, always seems to make it pretty far. And of course, I heard earlier that Tiger and Jerry K had to fight to get their qualifier in top 8 losers side, so that's a little bit unexpected.
Wow.
But you know, I guess the region is finally catching up. You guys can go ahead and take a look at the bracket here. You can see Dolan and Sire, those are my guys sitting in losers semifinals. But the winners finals, it looks like we're gonna have Vortex and Reaper versus Serenity and Himwe.
It's going to be some good stuff, man. I'm ready to see all of this action. This bracket, as you said, man, the region is starting to get better and better. Every team, even in solos, everyone is getting more evened up, and that's what you want to see. Even competition at the highest level, people fighting tooth and nail to move forward in these. And I think we're going to have that tonight.
And you have to remember as well, this is it, man. Like, this is your last shot to really get in your practice, iron out all the wrinkles, you know, make sure it's nice and neatly folded, because the only tournament coming up after this is the World Championship. So you want to make sure that your wheel is greased before that comes around. Otherwise, not going to have the performance you want.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, man, because after this is your tournament practice. Now you're going to have to start asking people for sets, playing ranked, and that's going to be all you can get from there. And I think 2v2, outside of the tournament, that's some real tough practicing.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You got to get those scrims going. You got to start hopping on those Discord servers, finding all the community tournaments, etc. But taking a look here, it looks like we have our competitors getting ready to load up in the lobby. And we were talking about Vortex before. PR number 5, 2 gold medals, 5K to his name, 12 top 32 placements, and 10 top 8s to boot.
Man, I'm excited for it. You got the numbers laid out on the line, and we know how much those numbers matter. But it is game time, game 1 here in Southeast Asia.
Just like that, for the winner's final side of things, winner of this gets themselves guaranteed top 2 spot in the tournament. We're gonna see who's gonna come out on top 2 at first. Now, right now, I mean, so far, we're seeing Reaper going kind of crazy on the Brawlhalla with these blasters, man. We've been seeing a lot more blasters, I feel like, as of late in the 2v2 landscape, and I'm here for it.
You know, me, myself, I just started playing blasters, so it's a really exciting weapon to see. I had to start playing it because it's so controlling, the way that it controls the pace. And then, like you said, in 2v2s, you said this last week, in tournament, when you're hitting somebody with that bad boy, it holds them in place so long, it allows so much easier team composition combos, and I love it.
I have to agree, man. It's so much time. And wow, the stocks are flying. Asair is going to go ahead and find a stock as well. You can see Vortex going for a ground pound. The red team struggling a little bit, but not falling too far behind. They need to find their KOs right now. Oh, Reaper might have found another one. He's going for the edge guard. He's going low, and it's going to be a reversal. And Himwe is going to be able to find the stock there. Give him the chase dodge. He's coming back. He lives.
Wow, that was a save if I've ever seen one. Are you kidding me? Serenity fighting for their life, but it's up against the Gauntlets. Had that chance to get a recovery, but decided to go to the other side of the stage. Knocks their teammate up into the skies, and now everybody's still on board. But, okay, I was going to say they both had both of their stocks, their 3 stocks on the blue team, but we finally got Reaper to lose one. Boom! Oh my goodness. Okay, so now, like you said, stocks are flying. We got 2 and 2 on the side of the blue team, and we are looking pretty damaged, pretty hurt on the red team. It's looking like a tough comeback, actually, to be honest.
It's the first time for me getting a peek at Himwe. I've seen Serenity a couple times here and there, but of course, if we don't get to stream as much of these regions, a lot of the players kind of fly under the radar for me. And Himwe doing a great job, but I don't know if it's good enough. You got 1 stock left. You can see that Serenity's on the side there, trying to see if they can bring this down to a final stock game. That Sair should be enough. Perfect cleanup from Himwe there. Can they get the KO on Vortex? They will find it with that Sair. And now the red team is technically in the lead here. I say technically because Himwe is already in the orange and Serenity's in dark red.
Yeah, luckily he's got some pretty good defense, but on this edge fight right here, you might want to get out of it. See, like, after that one hit, I think it's time to escape. There we go. Makes it back to the stage, and that's this kind of situation you're going to have to avoid to give your partner a chance. You want to get as much damage as you can if you do end up leaving them in a 2v1 situation.
Oh man, the red team, they're bringing this back. Nice interruption there from Serenity to go ahead and save Himwe. Himwe, like, one good sig away, and Scarlet is scarleting right now. These signatures are coming out into full effect. She is letting the gas out the tank. Sidelight recovery, that's going to find the KO. Himwe finally goes down, but at this point, it doesn't matter. They stayed alive long enough to rack up some damage and help their teammate out, and now Serenity just has to get that final blow on Reaper. And you can see Reaper trying to stay alive here. Sidelight recovery might do it. Stop Sair will definitely do it. Just a raw Sair even had enough punch, and somehow the red team was able to come out on top there.
That was such a way to fight back. It's literally right when I said, I don't know about this one, they said, hey, hold my Kool-Aid.
Yeah, facts. Get a load of this.
They turned it up. But yeah, that was a beautiful performance. I was gonna say there at the end, the defense from Brawlhalla might have been able to save him, but that damage on Scarlet said, you know, I can equal out to what you can hold, you know what I mean? And that Sair was just enough. Most characters would have a tough time on that bright red that he was on, getting him off stage like that.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing that kind of sucks there if you're Reaper is you did 711 damage that last game, right? So, for context sake, when you get someone to 150, that's considered red for most characters, right? So that means he got them to red at least 5 times. You know, that's 5 out of 6 stocks in the game. So you gotta think, man, like, oh my gosh, Vortex, gotta hold your weight here, buddy. Nice ground
my
pound. Oh,
goodness.
no.
Oh, Reaper tried the gravity cancel. He
Nice
gave up
save.
the stock.
Oh.
Wow, but the turnaround from the recovery of the axe clinked him out into oblivion. I cannot believe that. Such a turn of events, saved right back into the depths.
Oh man, there we go. Side stick from Vortex. Reaper trying to get some positioning. They need to get some KOs on the red team members right now. We saw Reaper got that D-light. That could have been a Sair. That could have been a dash jump recovery, but hesitated a little bit there. And now the red team gets to hold on to the stock a little bit longer. Team combo time. Kaboom!
Oh my gosh. If anything, I didn't think it was going to kill. I was mad impressed at the way that it climbed up the ladder, but I didn't think it was going to KO. What?
And that's been one of my favorite things from the Autumn Championship, man. We've been seeing quite a bit more Rocket Lance in 2, but specifically Rocket Lance team combos. That's new. You know, we've been spectating this game for years now, and Rocket Lance team combos, we've never quite seen them get the conversion into the KO like that, but here they are in full effect, and now the blue team is struggling. Henry still has all 3 stocks. This was the person who was in the last game was the first one to get sent down to their final stock, still living with 3.
Yeah, and you know that power they used to hold that last stock is leaking into this one, and that's why that first stock lasted so long. Man, the blue team is kind of just, they're losing their stocks quite early. They're getting racked up to high damage fast. And I mean, when you talk about that combo we saw, obviously super fast, but they're getting KO'd fairly quick. They're not able to hold on to stocks.
Gosh.
Boom, there goes the second stock on Vortex, and they're in a tough spot to try to bring this back. You're gonna have to Reaper staying away and staying alive, but he's in the mix scrapping up against Scarlet. Sair is there, and there you go, you're out of there. My goodness.
Oh, Vortex, you are crazy, brother. You are crazy. I respect it, but that's one stock. You got 3 more to get through here. If you can get like a double sidelight recovery, it might carry Henry close enough to the top kill box to secure the KO, but then you still have 2 more stocks after that. How are you going to make this comeback? I don't really see the reality of it happening, but you never know till it happens.
You definitely never know. This is going to take not getting hit. That was almost one, right? But it's going to take a lot of not getting hit.
Okay.
Bam, the recovery is going to work there, and then I'm going to need to see a stolen stock here. One of these guys has to get gimped. Other than that, I don't know. But we'll have to see the story unfold. It's looking really good for Vortex at the moment. I mean, in all actuality, it's looking bad, but he's doing well.
Wow, nice. Oh, he lives.
And he
He
used
does
a couple
recovery.
jumps.
Nice. Weapon throw wasn't good. And there
Yeah,
we
that
go.
edge guard, that could have been better, but yeah, still got the high damage on him.
Oh man, and I have to say that Serenity seems to always go for these reads off of the sidelight nair. It's going to be sidelight nair, gravity cancel, a sig. I can't tell you which one, but it's going to be one of the 3, and that just seems to be how they like to play the character, and they've seen great success with it. But in the 2v1, it's kind of like, do you need to go for these harsh reads? Now, regardless, it didn't matter. We get a nice replay of this team combo. Sidelight nair into the gravity cancel end sig from Bryn. That was beautiful, man. I was happy to see that.
That was dirt, pure dirt. I hope to see that on the Twitter page of Brawlhalla, Pro Brawlhalla.
Yeah,
that was
please,
really, really nice.
please. That's a good one for TWK and Photo to analyze later next week. That's
Definitely,
for sure.
definitely. All right, yeah, look at that. So we got 40% on 5-6 from Himway, but it just wasn't enough. Everybody got solid damage there, but Vortex with that 663 really leading the pack, and still wasn't able to come away with the dub on all that damage. So it just shows that they're not playing bad. They're just not getting the KOs, and they're getting KO'd fairly quick.
Yeah, and the blue team, they're the people that you expect to be winning this kind of handily. I'm pretty sure they got both of the higher PR players. You know, I know these names. The red names, you know, I see them here and there, but they're still kind of fresh bucks to me. Meanwhile, blue team, you know, I see them every single time I cast Southeast Asia, but right now they're getting tossed. You know, they got to wake up right now. They got one more shot. Oh, and that is not the best for the red team. Also, good start to the blue team. They're starting off okay. You know, but to make sure I had to check the stocks real quick. I was like, that was the team, right? Okay.
Yes, and that's another one of those things I'm talking about. They lost the stock really, really early, and you can't do that in these situations. You got Scarlet out here throwing haymakers, and you're just going to allow your second stock to get more damage to get popped again. You got to hold on to these stocks, play a little bit more evasive. Maybe some passive play would be what they would look for here.
can see, I mean, they got the Legend swap over to the Cassidy, right? So we're going to keep those blasters, but I guess Reaper was like, you know what? I don't want the Barraza no more. I don't want the axe. I want the hammer instead. And Cassidy does have that high dexterity stat, can really throw out those hitboxes. Just pretty good SIGs to boot. We might get a double edge guard here. No, Vortex going to get the down air. Oh, and a reversal pogo from him. That one has to hurt. Red team barely takes the lead.
Man, Hemway's doing great. As a wise man once said, sometimes you got to show up and show out, and they doing it. They showing something.
Oh, yeah, man. They got everything going right now. Like, dang, you got to save some for the exclusive content. Come on now.
All right, so Vortex trying to fight back here, getting some good damage, still healthy on that second stock.
Oh
so this isn't actually too bad right now. As long as Hemway goes down, and that's going to be a lead for the blue team. So the blue team did pretty well on their second stocks. First one's got kind of demolished. Have to get out of the way of that. Nice chase stock to get away from the weapon toss, but still going to lose the stock because Hemway came through and said, I see you creeping.
That's what makes Hemway so good. You know, just from what I've been watching so far, Hemway is an opportunist, right? You see that moment, you say, you know what, I'm going to strike. And maybe it doesn't lead to anything, but in scenarios like this, it can be the difference between getting a very early KO or alternatively having to drag it out. So good stuff to them for being able to push it out for this long. And now we have ourselves a final stock bout, except for Serenity, who manages to join the party right now. So now we really do have ourselves this scenario.
Yeah, finally down there in the last stock.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. And Hemway is in danger. Very good job. Gets out of there barely by the skin of their teeth. Dodges and gets past the D-Light. And almost got stomped into oblivion. Here we go. Trying to get back on stage. Reaper doing very well with the guns. Oh my goodness. And we are back in another clutch situation. Serenity really healthy on this last stock. The Rocket Lance doing its job. High damage. You can't really get touched right here.
And this is tough because if you're Reaper here, right, if you get a Stomp Sayer on a Hemway, that'll probably KO. But since you have the blasters, all the animations take so long, right? Like, how are you going to find that KO? You want to swap weapons if you can get the chance here. Or, I guess, poke him down with Sayers. That might be an option. Cassidy does have some decent SIGs. If you go for, like, maybe an N-SIG, you might be able to squeak one out without getting punished, but it's going to be risky. Nice. Hold on. Got the recovery.
And that's how you take the stage from both players. Got the control back, but wow!
Sneaky Sayer.
Jumps over the top, turned around with the Sayer. And Scarlet, my goodness. Serenity, beautiful, beautiful job out there. Man, you got to show up and show out, and they showed us what's popping. And there it is. Let's look at this stock right there. That was where Vortex was trying to get back on the stage, and Hemway came through and caught him slipping, caught him lacking. This was a great performance from the red team. I want to see what they got for the rest of this bracket, but this was good. This was good.
I mean, I'm surprised. You know, like if you told me to give predictions for the top 3 of Southeast Asia in 2v2s, this team was not on it. You know, Serenity and Hemway, they're surpassing my expectations right now. Vortex and Reaper, you know, is who I would expect to be in the top 2 generally, right? Like in my head, I'm like, okay, probably Jerry K and Sire. Dolan, or not Jerry K, Jerry K and Tiger, Dolan and Sire, and Reaper and Vortex in some order is what I would say would be the safest picks for your top 3, right? And then maybe if you want to mix it up, you can put like GTG and his partner up there or something like that. You know, okay, that's still not too crazy. They make top 8 all the time. But for Serenity and Hemway to be here, that's news to me. So I'm excited to see these. I want to see if they can go all the way. You know, because I don't think either of them have podium before. I'm fairly confident in my assessment there. So if they're able to just kind of come out the woodwork and snatch the dub like that, that would be iconic.
Hey, man, you said it earlier. This is how you started today's stream. You said this region is getting closer and closer in tight-knit and skill. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people being able to come in here and prove that they deserve these spots. Reaper is an amazing player. Vortex the same. You know, Vortex is the one that took down my man's Tiger. That's, you know, we're talking about that caliber of players. And so here we go. So one of the teams that you named, I'm really excited to see it. I haven't seen them in a bit. Well, casted in a bit. It's Dolan and Sire. I'm ready to see some more of that Rocket Lance, and I want to see Dolan and see if he's gonna be picking that picking his main Orion.
Wow. And I'm taking a look at the bracket here. You can see Jerry K and Tiger went down to Dolan and Sire, which, you know, isn't super surprising. It looks like they got a 3-0, which that surprises me a little bit, but those guys have had some pretty close sets in the past. But then on the other side of things, you can see Holix and GTG are currently in a set with Dot and STC, who are Dot and STT. I haven't heard of them either. You know, I expect Holix and GTG to win that, and right now they're down in the set. We could be seeing some fresh faces go up against Dolan and Sire for the loser semifinals, and of course, the winner of that match will have to go up against Vortex and Reaper. But this bracket is not what I was expecting at all. At all.
You know what they say about assuming, right? I'm not gonna finish it because you already know what they say.
Oh yeah, you know. I know.
But no, I like the way it's unfolding. This is exciting. We're getting some new names. We're gonna see some new gameplay and hopefully some new team combos. That's what this is about. Fresh faces and some new exciting gameplay. Everybody here in the chat is trying to see some dope stuff, just like me and you. And obviously they want their viewership rewards. but yeah, man, we're all here to celebrate Brawlhalla and see who wins this bad boy. And we've got Dolan and Sire already in here. What do we got? We're still waiting on their opponents, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Because I mean, at this point, right, they have to sit here until that set's over. You know, it's in game 4 right now, and it could end up being a 3-1, or it could end up going to a game 5. So,
yeah,
you know, for us, we're like, oh dang, man. Kind of wish I had the lobby number. Hop in right now, see what's going on. You know, take a little peek, see like, oh, who's gonna come out on top here? But Dolan and Sire,
that's right.
You know, these are two players that we can talk up a little bit. Holix and GTG won. Okay.
All right.
Wow. So, with that said, dang, I was like, man, that did that quick then. Yeah, I was like, weren't y'all just
actually very quick?
weren't y'all just down? Hey, well, there you go. They were able to go ahead and bring that back around real quick. So, y'all can go ahead and take a look at some of the stats we got here. Dolan and Sire, 5 gold medals across the board. Really, it's like, you know, they were probably with each other for a couple of those. But on the other end, GTG hasn't really gotten any gold. Dolan and Sire, fair bit of money. Holix, decent bit of money. Ghost to Ghost, also decent chunk of change. You have to remember that, like, the prize pools, as far as I know, for like Southeast Asia and Australia, are generally, I want to say, a little bit on the lower end in comparison to the other regions. So like, for the portion that they're getting from here, that's actually a pretty good amount of money considering the amount of time they've been playing. And that number's only gotten higher, by the way. Not to undersell it. No, they're still making quite a bit of bank just for playing the favorite video game. But I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, you know, and the funds will increase, you know, as long as the region keeps on playing at a high level and they're showing that they deserve it, especially if we can get through these times and get back to offline and they can show that they can compete with NA. That's how you get your funds raised, right? But like you said, with what they're allotted to get, that's some good earnings, good placements, great players, man.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, like, those are like, in comparison, like, take a look at like Tiger's earnings or something. You know what I mean? And you gotta remember, it's 2v2 earnings too. There's 1v1 earnings, 2v2s. They don't put the combined number in there, to my knowledge. So then you gotta think about it like that as well. But I also could be capping. Who knows? Either way. With that said, it looks like we are going to be hopping into the next match. I see that they have transitioned over to the stage striking screen. So I'm going to see what stages they actually opt to go for. I didn't get to see what legend they locked in, but I'm going to assume Dolan, probably somebody with a Rocket Lance, right? We were talking before, like, oh, is it going to be their Ryan? And I'd like to think so. Oh, actually, it is.
He's got Vector.
It's Vector. We saw Vector last time. We did. Yeah. Last time we got to cast him, we saw the bow rocket ship demon. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted him to prove to me that he had a bow, and he definitely did that.
On the other side, though, Sire rocking your favorite character, Ignorance Incarnate. So this should be good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Taros all day. And this is Coach Taros, you know what I mean? Here to teach a lesson. These guys whipped into shape.
Full eyes, clear hearts, can't lose. You know, he's ready to play. Oh, man. But so far, I mean, Dolan, holy cow, slow down, buddy. I just started to cast this match and you're already going off, zooming off the stage. I mean, Vector does transform to an airplane, so it makes sense why he's zooming him into the skies. But you got to give me a little break there, brother.
He was moving at Mach speed. There we go. We got a Stomp Sayer coming out from Sire, trying to get GTG up out of there. I thought we were going to see the little old Tiger coming out from GTG, but no, sir. We're going to get We're gonna get this legend right here. Got the sword and the bow. Now, nice, put some work in on the left on Dolan, trying to get a KO, but nothing doing. Actually, Dolan hasn't really eaten too much damage, so it's not even worth the chase at that point. One stock down for the blue team. Holix trying to hold on to this bad boy, but Terrace was right on him. The Sayer is perfectly put on the mark. I'm gonna take that one off of Sire. All right, even game.
All right, and just like that, I mean, Dolan on this Rocket Lance looking like quite the adversary. I love that down tick from Holix, though, because it does start the hitbox in the back, so he doesn't have to worry about getting crossed up, right? It'll hit stacked, it'll hit behind you, it'll hit in front of you. Just great overall option coverage, but despite that, Dolan finds a KO with an unarmed recovery. Tries to go for an edge guard here, and oh my gosh, the amount of weapon throws. I mean, get bodied for trying, I guess.
Got dunked by good old Koji. He tried to get him out of there. My goodness, that neutral sig was so perfect to hit that team combo from full screen, right?
That was sick. Yeah, he was able to line that up because the hitbox on that end sig is like a little thinner than you would think. It can be kind of difficult to line up sometimes, but was able to do so with perfect accuracy. And now we have ourselves a pretty close game here. Sire, like, one good sig away, right? Like, a D-Light Sayer's not to kill. Maybe now in the corner, ground pound, Old Faithful. Maybe go for a double if you're feeling frisky. Oh, there it is.
He tried it. Oh, the helicopter did not hit him with the propellers, and Sire's able to make it back. Sire's trying to find a weapon, finally picks up an axe, got the guitar, gonna try to strum on somebody, coming through to help the teammate out, but the Sig is gonna hit on both. How did Dolan not get KO'd off that?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take much longer. But no, you're right. The move does a decent amount of damage. You know, they did nerf the amount a couple patches ago now, but it also never had like the most force to it because it does so much damage. It definitely does the most out of all the SIGs that she has. But even with that said, like, we're getting the stocks are flying here. Like, Holix is the healthiest person on the board. Sire's already in the orange. This is Terra, so you know if Holix gets like, or in the Holix, Sire gets a couple more hits going, it's gonna be like, all right, well, it's easy enough. Free damage.
Sire just did it was a little bit ago now, but that was a beautiful punish on Holix's neutral light with the axe. He stepped forward, turned around behind him, over there on the edge, fighting for his life. GTG got out of a sticky situation right there, fighting between both players.
Oh man,
What a
nice
gravity
side
cancel.
sig. Hold on, this is the bad spot for Dolan. Dolan's gone. Sire, you got to make the 2v1. You got a clean hit onto GTG there, and it becomes, oh my, forget about it. I was gonna say it's in the realm of possibility. It has been destroyed. Thanos snapped out of existence with that axe recovery. That was, and they shut down his hopes and dreams real quick.
My goodness, Holix with the 753 damage. What a match. What a way to play. Holding on to the stocks and putting out big time damage. That's exactly what you want to do. Hold it down for your squad.
Okay, and now I'm wondering what's the adjustment going to be here. They're going to stick with the same legends. I'm even taking a look here. 4 SIGs in use from Holix, 100% accuracy. That has to feel good. You picked your moment so well that you never missed. Like, quite literally, Holix don't miss. He don't miss.
He don't miss.
That's gas.
That man's Mark Phillips, ain't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's like prime Steph Curry right there. Close your eyes. Squish. It's like that episode of Hey Arnold where he learns to close his eyes before he takes a 3 every time or a free throw or whatever. And then he just closes his eyes and...
I forgot all about that.
Well, I was saying, man,
You
I'm
just
old.
flashed back my childhood. What? That's good stuff. All right, here we go. We're in the next game, and one of the recipes for the dub was Holix holding on to the stocks and not getting too much damage on them and getting big damage. And we'll see what Holix brings to the table this time. And the GTG holding their own right now with the sword, but gets put offside by Sire. And Sire, I just realized Sire had the character swap. So we've got the double Brent out here.
Which always a pretty good option to go for. It's worked for years. At this point, they combo with each other quite well. Sire gonna live. Yeah, gets the touch, gets the unarmed D-Light as well, and the Hog's gonna be fine. But I think one thing that's worth mentioning here is just because most competitive Brawlhalla players have a pretty large disdain for Great Hall. Like, they always say, oh, this is my least favorite stage. Why is there a stage on top of the stage? Because of how big the top platform is. Yet, in 2v2s especially, wow, beautiful ground pound coming out from Dolan. But in 2v2s especially, we see that people often elect to go to the stage more often than you would think. There's something about the platform layout, the extra space that makes people feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, in 2v2s I can understand, right? Like, you get a lot more room to operate and more space to kind of like single people out in 1v1s when you're playing these team battles. So it's not, you're not in that pure chaos where you're hitting your teammate and things like that. So I can understand.
And I also think, in particular, for the combination of double Bryn coming out, or not double Bryn, but the combination of just Bryn on the stage in general, means that every time you have a spear and someone's on the platform, you can threaten them with D-Light just by existing, which is like pretty good to have.
It's true. Oh, the recovery wasn't able. I know that Holix went to get a punish on Dolan, but my goodness, hit the recovery on him. Hit your teammate, and your teammate's gonna give him the chase dodge, and the punish on the chase dodge coming out from Dolan. That was spot on and perfection. Nice recovery, gonna get back on stage, and Dolan is holding it down for the red team.
Yeah, blue team getting a little bit clapped up right now, but I think that is a welcome change of pace if you are Team Red, because you lost the last game, right? You want to get yourself on the board, get some momentum going, and it looks like Sire going to be sent down to the final stock there. Dolan gets hit by the ground pound and a weapon throw, and that's going to be it. Wow, okay, coming back on the final stock here from Sire. I'm just biding time, right? You don't want to get caught in a 2v1 combo while your partner's respawning, and now you guys can play the game. Dolan needs a weapon, though. He's getting starved.
Yeah, Dolan's having a tough time, but he's throwing those hands right now, piecing them up. Tries to go out there like a wild boy and help his teammate out. That was actually a good play. I ain't mad at it. It caused them to get off that edge and take him out of that dangerous situation. And now he finally has his patented rocket lance flying around trying to land these hits.
And you gotta be careful, right? If you're Holix here, you are in the danger zone. Right, you get hit by one good attack, a stray Sig, maybe even a Sayer at this point from Dolan might KO. You'll be seeing yourself gone. Same thing for GTG, they're kind of in the same situation. The Sayer was barely not enough, goes for a double weapon throw, tries to go for the gravity cancel D-Light into the ground pound, can't get it. They want these kills, but they're inching ever so close, and the friendly fire is not helping the situation. The red team might let this one escape them.
This is getting really close. There it is. Finally gets the stock, and both of them back to back hopped on the bike, and that's going to take them further into the lead. Beautiful, beautiful gameplay coming out from Dolan and Sire, but Holix and GTG were fighting tooth and nail right there. That was a tough one.
Yeah, no, they almost brought that back, all things considered, man. Like, you know, they had them in the orange, right? And once someone's in the orange, really, it's like you got a clean hit, send them off stage, get an edge guard. That's curtains, right? Use that's just it for your stock. But granted, Dolan and Sire were able to, you know, clutch up, take a deep breath, secure a game for themselves. So this means we're going to game 3. That was going to happen regardless, because it has to minimum be 3 games. But now, at this point, we're going to have a minimum of 4, right? So we're going to see who wins game 3. This is always the most important set, or rather game in a set. Right, when you get to game 3 and it's 1-1, because this decides who gets to lose one more time. And that stress,
that's for sure.
That stress really adds up. If you've never been in a tournament environment, let me tell you, being up in a set and knowing you can lose gives you a certain amount of freedom to try to go for a little bit more risk sometimes, because those risks can really seal the deal for your victory.
And we got the same characters on both teams. That Koji, you know, when that Terrace was out there, it was kind of scary for the Koji. I thought that it was going to be looking a little bad, but they forced the switch, and Koji's still out here living and breathing. GTG's been playing pretty well, holding it down with his teammate Holix. But out on the side, some team damage onto Dolan. Team Blue is actually getting some high damage racked up on him. It looked like in all that chaos, I thought Red Team was losing right there.
Taking a look here, I mean, it's been pretty close, all things considered. Dolan trying to get back, doesn't have a weapon, gonna have a trade. We actually have a couple of unarmed people. There we go. Dolan gets the rocket lance. Holix gets the tail end of that gravity cancel down sig to hit Sire, so they're not gonna get punished for that. But there we go. That's the first stock. Ooh, beautiful reverse recovery there coming out from Sire, and the red team barely pulling ahead here. Barely. You know, it's close. You know, the blue team's just one good hit away from making the stocks even on both characters, but gotta find those hits first, brother.
Yeah, you gotta find those hits, and you can't let Dolan take you offside with his rocket lance. He's dancing around, tried to get some big damage, but Hollis was able to sneak away. Here we go, trying to land these touches. The tornado's not gonna land. Ground pound, no good. I thought we were gonna get a spike coming out of ground pound from Hollis to take out Sire, but Sire's still squeaky clean here on the map. And there we go. The bow recovery is gonna finally take that stock off. They're racking up some damage on them though right now. Okay, nice. Now you're sitting on gold, both players. You wanted to eat less than that, right? But it's looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah, there's definitely worse places you could be, right? This is still in the realm of possibility. You're still feeling fairly confident that you can make the comeback as long as you guys just clean up your gameplay a little bit, or even get one team combo. You know, so far, aside from that one team combo we saw earlier in the previous set, we haven't seen too much in the amount of team combos, you know? Maybe a three-piece here and there, but nothing too crazy. If you can set one of those up, that could very easily change the tide of battle.
Yeah, that's a big thing to mention, right? In this set, oh my goodness, both stocks taken
riding
out
spinners
quickly, right? but in this set, you haven't really seen a player get stuck alone on the map to be put into that kind of situation. And even when they are able to single out, especially Sire, if they single out Sire, Dolan's really good about coming through and stopping any team interaction that you get started.
Oh, baby. Wow. Bullseye found for Ghost to Ghost here. Sire somehow manages to make it back onto the stage. And this is one of those moments we're talking about. The winner of Game 3 gets all the momentum for the rest of the set. And it's looking like the red team's in a pretty good spot to make that happen. That almost straight up KO'd Ghost to Ghost right there. That Sarah was like probably pixels away from securing that stock. But now, hold on. Dolan, don't get too frisky off stage right now. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there you go. You're still good. You're still healthy. All right, here we go. Trying to take out GTG.
Oh.
GTG
No.
wants the gift, but you went too low. How low can you go? That's down 2-1.
Yeah. Down 2-1 and down to the flow, man. He's how low can you go? He got off the screen. You know, we don't want you to do that, man. We want you to make the comeback. Oh man,
I definitely wanted to see it happen. That was a good attempt for the game, but you know, got to have better control of the jumps. And in a situation like that, you can't fault anybody. You know, you lose track. If he was probably gonna land that down there, exactly right, and he was gonna chase dodge up. And that, yeah, you missed that, and you don't have the jumps for it. And there it is. But GGG dropping some good damage. 434, 439 out of Hollis. Not a bad game, but Sire, you see it. You're talking about it. 679. Those are the big differences, man. When one player is kind of like standing out from the herd, that team's generally gonna win, right? And that's what we're getting out of that match right there.
I think the funny thing of that one is that Dolan threw out 5 SIGs and missed all of them. Every single one. I was like, damn, bro. Tough day, rough crowd, huh? It's like that meme of the Joker.
To be honest, that was good. No, but to be honest, you know, no shade to Dolan. I don't think he's actually very accurate with his SIGs. Whenever he plays, I watch him, and he throws them out a lot on reads and to cover space. I don't really think he's trying to be 100% accurate all the time. He's trying to just make sure he controls what you do. And that, you know what I mean? So, like I said, no shade. I think it's part of his game plan. Look at that. He throws that out right there on a read that you're going to approach him. He tried to hold it. That's the kind of game plan he has. So I don't look at it bad when he has low SIG accuracy.
Oh, beautiful egg drop coming out from Sire. And I must bring attention to it because it rings true every single time. When your back is against the ropes, your potential last game of the set, the Church of Teros is always waiting. Always. Always. Ghost to Ghost said, man, we losing. What do I got to do? How do I win this game? Let me pick Teros. I'm like, you know what? You're right. That's a pretty good pick, if I do say so myself.
Like, how could you ever argue with the Teros pick? Like, could your teammate really be like, bro, you're going Teros? What are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh, you're going Teros? Cool.
Because everyone knows, right? He always has the spook factor. And what a better time to do it than October, man, where spooky time's around the corner. But here we go. So far, Dolan and Sire absolutely commanding this game. Dolan finally going to lose his first stock. But Sire just doing a great job of throwing out these pogos and biding time for Dolan to come back here. The weapon spawns right on top of Dolan. That means he's going to be able to go ahead and get back in the fray real soon. And, I mean, so far they've been hitting, so I'm kind of scared for the blue team. They might go down 3-1 here if they're unable to make the comeback happen. Ooh, he was so close.
Ooh, that was very, very close. But you got to give kudos to the movement of GTG. He was able to move right around it. But as soon as he touched the stage, Dolan popped him. And now it's going to be one on the board for his SIG accuracy, right?
Yeah, there you go. You finally put a point up.
Put
Or
a
you were looking like
point.
Shaq with the free throws. Hold on.
No, not Shaq.
Well, here we go. So far, I mean, Holix and Ghost to Ghost, this is their final bout, potentially. Oh, no team combo there. I was hoping to see if Ghost to Ghost could maybe finesse a way to get maybe gravity cancel side sig or a jump Sair or something off that conversion to secure the KO, but he wasn't able to. And now they're fishing in the corner here. Both members of Team Red have 2 stocks. They have to find the KO here. No punish from Ghost to Ghost there. He's throwing out these Sairs. They're not hitting anyone. The Stomp's not hitting anyone. You just need to find these hits to land on target. And Holix, you might be gone here. Holix is gone.
Holix is toast. Oh,
So is
my
Ghost to Ghost.
goodness. And so is
Woo!
GTG riding the bike down there on top of the KO cloud. Man, Vector coming out from Dolan. We're seeing so much more of this man's Vector, and he's doing work every time.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting here doing donuts, burning rubber on the grave of his enemies. That's pretty messed up, if I do say so myself, man. He really went out there, hit him, but it was just like Holix really tried to go for a kind of a cheeky offstage play, was unable to really get anything going. Ghost to Ghost tried to go down there to get the save, because at that point they're down by so much that it's like you have to. Yeah, you have to go and save your teammate. You're not going to get 4 stocks by yourself. We've seen it happen before in tournament. We have, but they are rare as they come. They are shiny Pokemon when that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, rather than betting your chances on a shiny Pokemon, maybe you just go ahead and save your partner. So we tried, did not succeed, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, if you take a look at the last bit of that match, like I think it was maybe the last minute or so, Holix was chasing hard for those KOs. He was on the right side trying to land the ground pound, and then they transitioned across. He was throwing Sairs, he's throwing all these things, and they're all missing. He goes over there, he tried to ground pound again, and ended up down into the depths, and that's how we saw Dolan take care of him. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him chasing like that. It's just, it's heartbreaking to watch somebody making the right ideas, and the red team was just able to dance around him and keep from getting clipped, and he just couldn't get that KO. But anyway, we got Dolan and Sair going up against Vortex and Reaper. Vortex and Reaper fell down to a team that we have not seen before. Going up against Dolan and Sair, this is going to be a good one, but I'm going to need, not to say that they shouldn't have lost, right? Because the other team didn't play better than them. But Reaper and Vortex are going to have to pick it up, because we saw a great performance just now out of Dolan and Sair.
Yeah, I have to say, Dolan and Sair were looking good. And then, of course, on the other side, Serenity and Himway were looking even better, right? They're sitting on the winner's side of Grand Finals. So I'm like, if you're Vortex and Reaper, not only do you have to stop the momentum of Dolan and Sair, you got to clean up your act, get your stuff together, because if you hop in that run back in Grand Finals, you need to make sure you have a new game plan, because otherwise you're going to get mopped up again, right? So you're like, dang, you got all the pressure of one. Oh, I don't want to get 3rd place, right? All right, cool. So you have to get rid of the first obstacle in front of you. But then on top of that, you don't want to get 2nd place either, but you already lost to the homeboys. And when I was watching it personally, I didn't really feel like they had an answer. So I hope they're critically thinking right now.
Definitely didn't look like they had an answer, but you know, that's Reaper and Vortex we're talking about. They could definitely pull it out of the bag if they want, and we're gonna have to see it here first. Stage selection in progress. We got Apocalypse gone. We're going to Mammoth Fortress. We want the long walls. We want the long high ceiling. We want the survivability, and we're going in here with a Barbara, a Val. All right, we'll keep the same team from Dolan and Sair.
Okay, and here we go for the losers finals, game numero uno. Boy, and it's looking like, I don't know, man, Dolan and Sair, we're looking pretty heat in that last set, you know, like, all things considered, it's going to take a lot. I mean, just look at that opening from Dolan, almost securing the KO. Nice interrupt from Reaper from stopping that from getting any further, because that could have been a really early KO. Look at Vortex's health right now, right? Like, this game has not been going on for more than 30 seconds. And yet, the damage is, ooh, wow. Oh, that didn't KO. Oh, happy day for Dolan.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and you would think, right, Dolan's been the one kind of terrorizing people, and he ended up out in the deep depths like that. All right,
Nice
ooh, a
pickup.
pickup. Vortex with the gravity cancel was able to wait it out and time that perfectly to combo Dolan, but Dolan still survived out here on side with Reaper. Doesn't even decide to, oh, there it goes. I was gonna say he didn't chase and fell down there. Hit him with the D-Light, perfect, the dare.
I like that. There he go. quite literally. Hit him with it and I said, all right, you gone. And just like that, man. Sire, the way Sire plays Bryn has been like boggling my mind all day. Every time Sire gets that down air, immediately goes for the ground pound off stage. I feel like I've never seen an Axe player go for more Axe ground pounds than I've seen Sire do today. He just goes for it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. It don't matter. We're just trying to get that off stage play. And I respect the gusto. Because, I mean, and they made it this far, right?
It's big, you know, it's a button that's got big time coverage, and I honestly want to see more, you know? I like that. I understand the dare is quicker, but hey, man, if he tries to leak around the side or something like that, activate him. Oh, missed the punish, Vortex. Why?
It's tough.
No, anyway, like I said,
It's
the ground
tough.
pound's good, man. I like it.
I don't blame Vortex because, right, first off, Dolan's charging that side sig, right? And first you're thinking, all right, which sig is this? Is this a side sig or the down sig? I honestly don't know, right? That's the first thing you're thinking. And then you're like, all right, I think it's the side, right? Then he lets it go, and he actually does it. Beautiful ground pound, by the way. Pick up. Oh, and Sarah as well to clean up. But then the other thing you're thinking is, all right, well, he did it, and now he, like, goes forward and then bounces back, but is still in the air, so I can't do a grounded attack. Like, it's confusing. It's confusing. Vector has that, like, wow factor because you don't get the matchup experience against a character like this on the ladder generally.
Yeah, you don't get the matchup experience, and exactly what you said. Some of those charges kind of look like the same sig starting up. A few characters in this game have it. I was about to say Vortex, but Vector is one.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's going
Is
up.
he gonna make that back? No,
Close.
his dodge is already expended, and he's not gonna be able to get back on stage. Vector, I mean Vortex. Vector, Vortex, I'm getting mixed.
And so are they. They going. You know, they got put in the mix, man. They got looking like the Street Fighter 4 days where Akuma would hit you once and then just Vortex you to death. That's what happened.
no.
Except the one getting KO'd here was Vortex. Not having a great time. Reaper and Vortex. I mean, we were talking about how the momentum of Sire and Dolan would be tough to beat, right? And for good reason. They're feeling hot, you know. They got the streak going. All right, we're winning multiple times in a row. We're cooking. The synergy is there. Meanwhile, Reaper and Vortex, they're coming hot off a loss. You know, so they're already feeling a little bit
Look at the
demotivated. Dang.
Look at the damage.
We lost the damn. Oh, yeah. The Vortex kind of hurting there a little bit. You know, 254.
Oh man.
Sig accuracy for Team Blue. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. If you got eyes, you know.
Oh, man. It was the way it started. But I want to talk about this Team Red. This team, these two together is so good. I like what you called them too, Dire. But but when you've got Sire playing pretty solid, stays middle map, kind of just controls space and just playing a character like Bryn, it's you know, and you have Dolan playing around them with the chaotic nature that he has. This is the bad boy of Brawlhalla. We see the way he plays. It's so wild, it's so chaotic, so scary, and he chases everything off stage. It's perfect. You put those two together, the chill player, the chaotic player, that's them.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out quite well. We got Vortex on the Taros. Gonna see if we can maybe get something to work out this time here. Sire and don't. Oh man, beautiful down air. But I like the way that Vortex was able to respond. Good reactions coming out. And this has become a slugfest at this point. And before I was feeling like, oh, it's going in favor of one team. And then quickly they've been kind of stealing each other's turns to the amount now where it's unclear who has superior positioning. There we go. Red team has control of the stage finally. Both murder the blue team in the corner, but Dolan doesn't have a weapon, and that allows the blue team to regain center stage.
Man, the gravity cancel neutral light is going to be good, but punish. And we got 3 people KO'd on the side. Reaper's hanging on to this last stock. What, like you said, that was a slugfest, man. There was a lot of back and forth in those first stocks. And the lead's going to go to blue. They're going to have to hold on to this one. Nope, man. That one's going to be Dunsies and Dunskis right there. Dolan able to clean that one up with the side air from the rocket launch.
Oh, man. You got to be careful here. if you are Team Blue. You're kind of getting bunched up a little bit, right? You can see that like Reaper and Vortex are kind of often occupying the same space, and they're trying not to step on each other's toes. So they're like trying to separate, and then the red team's able to capitalize. Beautiful. And Dolan with these N6s, man, has just been able to catch people trying to jump, recover high, barely often.
That Sayer from Reaper into the weapon toss out to and get the axe back. Dolan's out of there. Reaper's playing really, really crisp right now. That sequence was so nice. And the weapon toss was able to keep Vortex on stage too. Man, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Okay. This is going to be a close one. You can already see that Reaper and Vortex are showing signs of life here. They haven't had all the wind taken out of their sails, but at this moment, they may as well. Both getting the refresh, but honestly, that's kind of ideal a lot of the time. Like you and your partner getting KO'd at the same moment means that you're both going to be coming back with invulnerability, and that means you both don't have to worry about the 2v1, right? Because you're coming in together. You know, we're doing this together. We rise, we fall together. Oh, what? How did that recovery not hit? The intangibility on that dodge, that invulnerability, I should say, perfectly timed. Perfectly timed.
Perfectly. Had to be, right? Because that is a pretty active recovery. And you know, all that talk we were talking about the blue team, how I was talking about Reaper. Wow, nice combination. But I was talking about Reaper. Sire's still on stock too. I feel like that slipped through the cracks.
Sire is on stock too. And you may as well call this game even, but you know the 2v1 always favors the 2, right? And now it's
Definitely
the 1v2 with 1 stock to go. But if you're looking at the damage numbers here, that's a Bryn. Bryn Sigs, them joints hurt. All right, like, ain't no ands, ifs, or buts about it. She hits you with a Sig right now, you are gone. Especially if you're Vortex here. So, you know, if I'm Sire, I might let one rip. You know, maybe just one. And there we go. He does a gravity cancel there. Does the N-Sig as well, so it's hard to punish. They're not going to get anything too crazy. And every little hit is adding up here. I think Sire can do this. It's going to be tough, but it's doable.
It's very doable. Very doable. There's been a lot of good stuff put together. I think that Reaper and Vortex are trying really, really hard to not hit each other, which rightfully so. But that's causing them to eat a lot of damage.
Nice. Not going to KO.
There it is. Is that KO?
Not
no.
enough. Falling there. Yep, there it is to cover yourself getting back to the stage. Misses the punish there. Needed to fast fall a little bit earlier. Chance to recover. No weapon here, but an unarmed recovery will KO Vortex, I'm pretty sure. And that should do it. Nope. Doesn't convert.
No.
Should have been a team combo. Perfect dodge, but the dodge is forced out early there, and that means that Sire can't use it to recover, right? It's like one of those moments where it's like, if I don't dodge, I get hit by the weapon throw, I die. If I dodge, doesn't matter. I don't have anything else to get back to the stage. I get KO'd anyway still.
It's tough stuff, tough stuff. Very well placed from Vortex. Sire was doing a great job to try to hold that down. I was not looking at the replay right there. And I just wanted to see how Dolan got KO'd and left him alone like that. I don't feel like he was at super high damage whenever it happened, because I would have been talking about it, and I didn't really see him at high damage like that. I feel like he got some kind of situation out on the side ledge, but we're already past that. We're going into the next game. That was a tough, tough game to lose.
Can we talk about the
especially when your
accuracy
Sire
of the blue
holding on
team?
to that health.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Not again, yo!
Not again.
Especially
Darn.
when, you know, no. What is we doing, Nick Jr.?
I say it for the kids. For the kids.
Oh. But
Gosh,
yeah,
darn it.
You know, we got zero accuracy with the Brand out here. I think that's kind of tough, man. You got to chuck a little bit more than Bad Boys out, which is wild. Remember last week we were commentating, we were seeing dudes throwing out 16 SIGs and stuff like that. We're not really getting past 5.
That seems to be the magic number today. They go over that, they're feeling a little cheeky. Ooh, nice conversion from Dolan and Sire there. Oh, almost converted that still. And that was so much damage racked up to Reaper in a matter of seconds there. And just like that, that's going to pull ahead. That almost KO'd. Reaper doesn't have a lot, just a dodge. And that's going to be enough.
Tried to go up there, but it got a team hit. Wow, the chase coming out from Reaper. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Talk about a turnaround, right?
Exhausted
Almost
recovery?
lost your stock.
Oh, man. And just like this, hold on. Reaper and Vortex are coming back to life, right? They were able to snatch the last game, and they might be able to get this one as well. And that'd do great for the momentum if they are able to push further into the grand finals. But so far, you know, they got taken in stride, right? Vortex one hit away. Dolan and Tyre definitely want to bring this back. But this is going to be one of the closer sets tonight. I'm calling it now.
It's looking like it. It definitely is. I feel like a lot of games have started really, really close, but the gameplay is really close in this one.
Oh, careful. Dodge is down. I like it. Gets the recovery. That's going to KO. So we're going to take a look here. Reaper biding some time on the left side. That's what you got to do when your partner's coming back. I love to see it. I love to see it. Wait out that
really
clock.
Good movement dancing on that edge.
Nice.
Missed that Sarah to convert off the grab
Woo!
neutral light.
Won't miss it twice, though. There we go. Managed to get that conversion to secure the KO. And now, Sire and Dolan getting, you know, close to the point where they're on their last legs. And now, officially on their last legs here, as they both get sent down to their final stocks, having a tough time getting past Reaper and Vortex. They got to clean it up right now.
Definitely gonna have to step on the gas and really get something popping here. Man, Dolan was kind of getting terrorized a little bit there on that edge to be the one with the lower damage. And here we go, trying to go out there, but wants a weapon more than the chase on the side. And Reaper on his keister. I don't know how he clean dodge. It looked like he was throwing a haymaker to me, but my eyes must be deceiving me. He went straight through that sig.
Okay. Unarmed neutral light doesn't get punished. But you need to be careful. Both members of Team Red in the orange approaching the red. Dolan trying to get some hits unanswered here. It's going to be tough. Come on.
Oh, Vortex right there falling down. I guess Dolan didn't think he was going to press anything. Wowzers. Vortex gets him out of there. Sire, you're all alone again. Boom. The Sair lands. And look, I want to see the damage output from Vortex. Okay, honestly, we only got 507, but it's the lower side from Sire. Sire's been holding upwards of 600 to 700 damage per game, and we get 300 in that one. I think that's a huge deciding factor in that game.
Now I will say that, like, for Vortex and Reaper, they have successfully, you know, stopped the momentum of Dolan and Sire, not once but twice now. And if you're Dolan and Sire, you're like, dang, you know, we were able to cook them up game one. And ever since that point, we haven't been able to do anything. And props to Team Blue here. They were able to land some SIGs last game as well. So now they're really feeling it, you know? Like, not only are they getting the dubs, they're getting the SIGs, and that's some confidence that they're building before they potentially hop into the grand finals. Dolan and Sire need to win this game, or else that is it for their bracket career. They will have third place. Oh, my God, what's going on the top right? Don't play with me. Don't play up there. All right? That's dangerous.
That is not the territory you want to go to. Hey, look who's out there, bud. Do you see who it is?
It's not. Oh, baby.
Terrors.
Oh, baby. Hey, you too can be saved by the holy cow. I love it.
Favorite.
I love it. It's just fact. It is the answer. You know, when you go to take your Scantron in the 8th grade, taking the SATs, like, oh, what do I answer? And you pick C. Terros is C. You know,
Terros is
C.
Yes.
You won't do you wrong.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Sire's out here taking a lot of damage on the first stock, but Team Blue's very damaged. Vortex with the landed SIG, gonna get one of those stocks out of there, and Sire is down one. The first stock's gonna go to the red team.
Now what?
All right, Reaper swinging. Reaper's been looking really, really good this set, and I feel like we only talked about him seriously really once. But other than that, he's kind of just holding it together. It's the glue guy of the team while Vortex is making the bigger plays.
Yeah, and that's really important to note as well, right? That support matters so much. It doesn't look flashy, right? But it gets the job done, and you can't have one without the other either. And there we go. Reaper gonna lose the first stock. And there we go. We were talking about before that Sire just be going for these ground pounds, and you're gonna go ahead and recover your teammate into the kill box. That's okay. That's okay. All things considered, Dolan had 3 stocks. Not the worst thing in the world, but still not gonna do great for your mental. Oh man, yo.
Definitely not. It's not what you want to see, but like you said, it's not the worst. All right, Dolan's on stage by himself. Sire out on side with the highest damage out here, getting chased down by Reaper. That spear is kind of tough to deal with, especially when you're this high on damage. Anything is going to just send you bouncing around. Oh goes, wow! Vortex out of nowhere, off the top ropes with the Sair. Takes out the second stock of Sire. And blue team is really trying to get back for that rematch.
Well, I think if I'm Sire here, I'm going to grab an axe, and I'm going to just keep the axe for the rest of the map. I think the hammer has kind of been the downfall there. I can see that his axe, oh my god, just going to nair plane him all the way to the top blast zone. I was about to say, okay, there we go. Sair coming out from Sire. But I'm saying just stick with the axe, man. I'm not loving the hammer gameplay. Yeah, I think he agrees. Primes up another axe, by the way. If he ends up losing this one, he's going to have another one. And that's the way to make this comeback happen if you want to bring this to game 5.
I like that. I like that he just got a touch there and chase dodged up out of the way of all the chaos because he's already hurt, doesn't want to leave his teammate out there alone. Dolan getting popped back to back, leaving Sire on stage. He's finally there trying to get a weapon. Oh my goodness, Vortex is not trying to let it happen. Starving this man, that brother starving.
And I'm staring at...
Oh no!
Spots! That was sick! That was sick! That was sick! Dang!
Ooh.
That was sick. Because you could tell Sire was running away for like the past minute, and he was doing a great job, and he was trying to burn out all the options. He didn't want to commit, but the gravity cancel D-Light will find you, and now Dolan has to do the 2v1 to bring us to game 5. He's a weapon first, and you were talking about people being hungry. This is Oliver Twist right now. Can I have some more? Please. Please, this is looking tough. Come on now.
Oh, that movement was so crispy right now from Dolan. Just in, out, and finally got the bow. I don't know if this is what he wanted to fight a 2v1, but, I mean, this is what he's got. He's going to have to deal with it. Team combo! Oh, my God.
Yeah, that hurt.
That
def hurt.
Wow.
And that's why Double Brand is good. That's why Double Brand is good. As long as you make sure that both of y'all got opposite weapons.
Yo, please, here it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, no.
Our replays are hitting that Back to the Future right now. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I think Marty McFly got it going. All right, the DeLorean's good. Change. Oh, that D-Light was so good. So good.
So good. Sniper accuracy. All right, here it goes.
Boom,
Wow,
boom.
but look at the run back to catch the D-Light.
I swear to God, Spear D-Light has like the biggest magnets on the feet. Like I don't. I swear to God, you just be teleporting to the homeboy and pick him up. That's sick. Oh man, that was great. Well, hey, they did it, man. They're going to the grand finals. But I mean, for Vortex and Reaper, they're like, you still got to count your blessings, right? Okay, cool. We got guaranteed top 2. Our boys, Dolan and Sire. You're gone, right? You're done now.
Yeah.
But will they be able to get the run back? Can they reset the bracket, you think?
You can't count them out, right? I want to see in game 1 the way that they play against these guys. That's going to tell us a big story. They looked amazing here against Dolan and Sire, but that's a totally different team. They're coming off of a 3-0 against these guys they're about to go up against. So we got to see how they play in game 1, and that's whenever I can say something like, I think they can reset the bracket, right? But do I say I want them to reset the bracket? Of course. We always want to see more Brawlhalla. And so yeah, we're going to have to get into this next game, and that's where we'll figure out the answers to what is possible in this set.
There we go. Vortex. PR number 5, right? We may have seen this a little bit earlier. 5K to his name. Serenity. PR number 2. Oh my God, how are you PR number 2? This is my first time hearing about you. What? Wow, that's crazy. I must be asleep. No disrespect. I must be asleep. Reaper. PR number 3. There we go. 7.5K.
That's a longevity thing. I've definitely seen Serenity. Don't get me wrong.
I'm like, is that a name swap? Am I cooked?
Nah.
All right,
I've seen Serenity, but I think it's a longevity thing because I don't think as of late it's been a lot of Serenity, but maybe before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we can get some detailed strategy to our headsets.
okay. I got the update from production. That was just a flub because I was about to say I was like Serenity has no grabbable stats. That was okay. I was like 2.
Okay.
I was like, there's Tiger, Dolan, Sire, Reaper, GTG. And I was like counting the list, and I was like, how did I miss this? Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Okay, well, we're hopping into the grand finals. Reaper and Vortex versus Serenity and Himway. Here we go.
This is going to be some great stuff. I was loving the Scarlet play in that winners final set. This is going to be something to see. I like the spear play, keeping him. Oh my goodness, so many pogos on the side coming out of Reaper. So now here's the deal. Reaper played really, really good last set. And I don't think Reaper played as amazing the first time going up against these guys. This is going to be big to see how this plays out.
Yeah, and I'm thinking especially, you know, a lot of the times when you're playing 2v2s, it can be either it's a team of 2 versus a team of 2, or it could be like 2 separate 1v1s occurring on the stage, right? And then you guys kind of come in for a cameo every here and again, right? And so far, it's looking like this is a little bit more of the latter. I feel like I'm seeing a couple more 1v1s, but honestly, I feel like for the most part, the red team has been doing a pretty decent job of going toe-to-toe.
That recovery from Serenity was so nice, but falls straight into the neutral light of Vortex, and that's going to be it. Trying to wait it out, get the hammer, and oh my goodness, did you hit your teammate, or was that just from Himway? Himway on the side. Oh my, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't think it would KO.
Team Blue, I didn't either. I didn't see that coming at all. Oh, good weapon toss, but still enough jumps to get back. Vortex looking good. Blue team holding on to these stocks, but they're not putting too much damage on the team red, so that's a good look for them.
Oh man, and just like that, Reaper and Vortex get sent down to their second stocks, but they are riding that wave of momentum right now. Both unscathed. They're going to get a little bit of damage on Vortex right there, but considering the way that this set went in the winner's side, you have to be feeling pretty confident right now. They have a fairly comfortable damage lead that I can only imagine they'll convert into a stock lead in just a matter of moments.
Vortex is playing so clean. Vortex is playing so clean right now. What a weapon toss, but doesn't go for the ground pound? I thought that was going to be the KO on Serenity, but the starving of the weapon is going to be the choice.
They are flying up there, dude. I'm just like, they're flying, they're fighting, they're flighting. I was like, what are y'all doing up there? Down there, too. Reaper, how'd you get around that weapon throw? Beautiful ground pound from Vortex. Serenity gone all by their lonesome. What happened?
Wow. Vortex happened.
The black hole came out, bro. You got sucked in. They didn't know what was going on.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. The sequence that was put together, and then Vortex and Reaper with that chase on him.
Oh, here we go. We saw this once before. And Sig, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Because you know it's coming. We just saw that combo. We knew it was going to happen again. Y'all thought it was once. Nah, it's going to be twice, B. It's going to happen twice.
That's the third time. That's the third time we've seen that combo.
Tres leches?
Oh, my God.
That's the icing on the cake.
Every time it's making me smile from ear to ear. I'm loving that combo.
Oh.
Still, that one with the conversion, with that back step to catch that D-Light,
yeah,
that was so cold.
The D-Light pickup in particular is what made that one sick, right? Because that was a tough one to get. Oh, man, here
that
we go.
was a conversion. Look at that cat sitting on the move back there. Is that what he's on? A little witch cat?
Yeah, you know, that's Fate's homeboy. You know, just riding it out. Oh, man. Now we got to be careful here. Because Himway and Serenity, it's like y'all won on the winner's side. Because the way that last match went would have had me believing different. Y'all got to wake up right now. You know, you got to.
Yeah, definitely. They got to warm up, man, right? They were sitting too long. That's the problem. Or is it that Vortex went sicko in the middle of that match?
It's just hard to say, huh? Gotta ask Travis Scott. I don't know. Oh, nice Sair coming out from Serenity. Tries to get the final blow, won't get it. But okay, they got a slight lead going here. You get that hit on Reaper, that can be a big lead. Oh my gosh, that's so many hits from Reaper to go ahead and make this a much more even match. It was looking really good for the red team, and now it's looking a lot closer to even. Oh, what a gravity cancel and light.
That was so nice. Of all the options and the way that interaction was going to go, me, myself, didn't ever see that one coming. That was so perfect from Vortex to get that stock out of there. Serenity said, I'm going to go right back at your head. It's got some good damage on Vortex already from the previous interaction. Yeah, they are scrapping now. It's 2 1v1s going on. Vortex turns around, lands one good one, goes right back into Serenity, moving very nice, but we'll see some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Neither one's landing the hit. Reaper gonna land that one on Himway. Himway not having the day.
Himway needs help.
So yeah, Homeway needs some help, man. I think the singling them out into the 1v1s is not a good look right now because, like I said, Reaper has been nothing but solid. And, you know, you're not going to be able to match that solid gameplay with that, you know, slight movement into great punishes.
Oh.
It's going to be tough.
And I have to agree, man. Reaper's been cooking. Oh, nice dodge on the ground pound. They're playing off stage here. It's a dangerous game if you're Himway. Do you want to play this? You have one stock left. Are you going to play this game? You could lose it all right here, but it may work out. It will. Ooh. And that's what being ballsy gets you.
Yeah, you got to make big-time plays. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that was one right there. Had to get it done to even get them closer into this match. So now we got an even game, but Himway still hurt pretty bad. I don't know if you want to take this axe versus that spear on that side right there. You want to get to the middle of the stage and stop playing this right now. You're leaving your teammate in the middle of the map. Nice. Okay, so Randy's doing his thing.
Oh.
Ooh, the scoop, the weapon throw, and here we go. Lead from the red team.
Okay, Reaper. Can you do this? You're getting a lot of damage with that spear, brother. I will say that much. Keep playing like that, and you might have a chance to bring this one back. Serenity and Himway saying, hold on, do not count us out yet. If y'all going to beat us, it's at least going to be in the Game 5 scenario. That's what you're trying to say with this gameplay right now, but hold on. Just like that, it's getting taken down to a last stock scenario. Serenity, can you clutch? Reaper is one of the best players in the region, right? You have no grabbable stats from production. Can you beat not only one of the best 2v2 players, but one of the best 1v1 players in the region? History has proven this. The 1v1 says Serenity should lose, and so far, Reaper's trying to make that prophecy be fulfilled here. Oh my god.
Serenity wants the weapon. Very smart way to play around it. Save the dodge and just dance. Finally got the rocket lance.
Weapon throw.
Ooh, the missed toss. Now you're weaponless.
Wow, what a spawn.
Finally, the hammer's here. That's a crazy spawn. Okay, Sayer, but it bounces off the ground.
No
so
dodge on this guy.
Close to a KO. Oh!
Heartbreaker. Or, if you are Reaper, you're like, I'm goated. You know, like, I'm goated. But for Serenity and Himway there, that's a tough L to hold. You know, y'all had the 2v1. Y'all couldn't clutch up here. And this right here, Reaper went with a chase. Like that conversion, by the way, that's sick. You don't see people go for that. He did a jump, chase dodge, down forward, I believe, into recovery. Because how else are you going to get the recovery to hit grounded like that? That's sick.
Yes.
That's sick.
Yeah, he had to leave the ground, and then he chase dodged downwards, but it doesn't really touch the ground yet, and he's able to do the recovery. I wanted to bring that up, but there was so much going on, I wasn't able to get to it. That was super, super sick. Such control. And that's peak performance spear play. Yeah, 762 from Reaper. But I mean, to get a game in that fashion, it had to be that much damage, right?
Yeah,
that clutch was crazy. Oh, man. Serenity played well, it just couldn't find that hit. And honestly, everyone's been hit by just that wild recovery swing. You have nowhere to go. You don't know which way to dodge. You just get popped. That's kind of how you died. But even in neutral, wasn't even able to land any hits. All right, well, we're thinking about it right now, trying to figure out what characters we want to go with. That's what they're doing over here. Reaper and Vortex over here in the lobby trying to figure out what they want to do. And so let's talk about the SIGs. We got 2 coming out from Vortex, 50%. So Reaper with a clutch, it had no SIG accuracy at all. Didn't land any of them. Serenity, 6 of them, 33%. Himway, man, Himway made some big time plays there because it was looking bad early on for Red Team. Himway on that side, able to take out Vortex. No, he took out Vortex on the side. That was a good look and got their team back in there. And Serenity was able to 1v1 and get that last stock off of Vortex right afterwards. And we already know what happened right afterwards. We got the clutch situation. But Himway, if Himway can keep playing like that, not the way that led into the situation where he needed to make a play like that. If he can keep playing the way he played at the end of that, the close, we might see something better in this next game.
Okay, and it might be a little bit before that next game. But we'll see, man. I mean, we got plenty of action here. I'm thinking because I'm looking, right? So we got Himway and Serenity. These are guys that we didn't really know about. Sticking it out here, making it into the grand finals, right? If they lose a set, it's whatever. You get, well, I won't say it's whatever, you know, it kind of shakes up your mental, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But at least you have a second chance, right? These guys haven't lost yet, so they get a chance to lose before they get kicked out the tournament. Meanwhile, if you're Reaper and Vortex, you don't get that chance, right? You have to win this set, and then you have to win the other one. But the thing that's like really going for them, I think, is just being a veteran of the game, right? These are, what do they call them? What's the title in game? It's like veteran of Asgard, right, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You guys have been here for a grip, right? These are veterans of Asgard. And so they've not only been playing the game forever, but they've been in this position in grand finals several times, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Across the both of them, I think it's at least 5. So it's like, all right, well, they know what it's like to have that pressure. They know what it's like to have their backs against the walls and trying to clutch up and win. And because of that, I feel like they're going to be able to be more stoic, make less mistakes, play a little less scared. And we even saw that at the end of the last game with Serenity in that 1v1 clutch scenario. You could see Serenity was panicking a little bit, throwing out stomps. Oh, it whiffed. Sayer, oh, that whiffed. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the weapon yet because maybe what if he hits me? You know, you can see the thoughts in the gameplay. So I don't know what they're going to do. I see a swap here from Serenity onto the Black Knight, right? We're used to seeing that from Dolan. If Serenity ends up playing that could be a schmix up. And actually, I think they're locking in. They're going into stage striking. They are sticking with the Black Knight. Well then, we got ourselves a treat.
All right. Yeah, we got us a character swap here. We got some Orion in the building. And we still got the Brins. It's so many Brins.
Yeah, the Valkyries are out to play, man. They're the Harpy sisters. They're out here, all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, but this is definitely those big-time moments, right? You were just talking about it. If you've never been here, it's tough, man. It doesn't matter if it's big, if it's professional sports, professional gaming. It's tough to adjust to the big stage when you've never seen it before. The more times you're there, the better, the more you're ready for it.
You're so close to, and I think the worst thing is Vortex and Reaper are up in this first set 2-0, right? It's one thing to lose. At least you get a game, whatever. But if you get reset on without taking a game, that's a statement. that's hard to come back from.
Ooh, that weapon toss up could have spelled a disaster for both of them, but it's only going to be Serenity that's going to get KO'd on that one. I think maybe that weapon toss pushed him way down a little enough that he didn't get hit by the Sig. And here we go. Blue team already coming out. I wouldn't say it's pure dominance, but they've definitely got a good lead. Look at this recovery, this movement from Reaper gets around Serenity without being touched, unscathed.
We saw at least like 3 or 4 different attempts at a spear down air to try and secure that stock, but Serenity just couldn't find it. And just like that, Serenity making a pretty scary play here. The dodge should be back right about now. Yeah, perfect timing to go ahead and be able to grab the wall. It was a little scary for a second there, but Serenity was able to hold on. And now everyone on the screen has 2 stocks. Serenity with the most damage, but you know, they were playing the Scarlet before, now they're on the Orion. Should be able to make something happen with the Rocket Lance.
Yeah, I think the Rocket Lance was looking okay. The spear went down there and tried to make that dunk play. Here we go, Rocket Lance. Rocket Lance, those little combinations, if you just put a little bit of weight timing on them, it could look good. Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. The recovery was already used. Still going to lose the stock. Himway, you're going to have to make some big stuff happen here. Get some good damage so you guys can be close and get these stocks taken off. But man, if Himway loses this stock early, this is gonna be looking really, really bad for the red team. It's gone. Oh my gosh. Reaper's got orange. Vortex is still sitting here. Just now got put to baby orange, right? This is tough. This is not what you wanted when you came in the grand finals.
Yeah, you can see the SIGs are starting to come out. It's going to hit your teammate. I'm sure that's not what you wanted. And now, at this point, I think Himway's full tilt. That was like 3 SIGs in a row right there, man. Come on, you guys can still bring this back. But at this point, I think they're like, let's just go to the reset, man. Because at this point, what else you got going for it? And sometimes for the mental as well, like, you know, we're going to see Himway try to do his best here. But there it is. That's the reset, right? We're going to another set. But honestly, it can just like the pressure hits different. Because it's like, all right, if we win this game, we have to win 3 in a row, right? You basically have to reverse 3-0 is what you have to do. At least in the reset, you're able to lose. Because there's nothing like more annoying than like trying to go for the reverse 3-0 and then like losing in game 5 and having to play another set anyway, you know? So it's like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
We clearly weren't showing our best foot forward for this game. Let's go ahead and try on the next set where we have a little bit more wiggle room with our losses.
I like that they used that last game to test out the Orion pick. So, you know, this isn't it. And Serenity said, okay, let me go back to Scarlet. Let me go back to what my roots are. It's about the gameplay. It wasn't about the character.
Yeah, I have to agree, man. If there was a game to test out the legend swap, I think that was the one.
That was definitely the one. And here we are. Not a good enough read coming out from him where he's trying to get some damage, but Vortex moving too smooth. Cannot be caught. Smooth criminal. Wow! Chased him and knew where he was going to land. The read on that sig from Reaper, getting some big time damage. And once again, we've got big red damage on the red team early into the match.
Okay. We're gonna see. I want to see the red team at least get one game on the scoreboard. You guys were able to win the set and winners. You know, I know y'all are capable.
Yeah, they 3-0'd him.
Give me something. So far, they're hanging on, but they're still behind. Oh, falling even farther behind now. They gotta wake up somehow. You know, it's like when Navi pulls up on Link. Hey, Link. Listen, wake up! You know, you gotta wipe the crust out your eyes, because right now, I mean, Serenity's on their final stock. Himway also not looking too healthy right now. Vortex is black right now. Like, okay, thank you. I was like, man.
Finally.
That was looking rough. Oh no, oh big mistake.
What are you doing, Serenity? No, that was
That's Himway, yeah, Himway just.
Bro, Reaper, the side. I was gonna mention earlier that the side airs from Reaper have been immaculate this match, this round particularly. But for him to go down there and land those in succession to get that KO, that was crazy.
Oh man, you see. They're charging 6. We got cheeky weapon throws. He was trying to combo into the weapon throw up. That would have been crazy.
I'd have had to stand up on that one. I definitely would have had to stand. Okay, took it to the dance hall, but too little, too late. Got the first stock off of Reaper, and my goodness.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Let's not even talk. I'm not gonna say anything about that damage. We're gonna go into the next game, and we are. We're gonna stick with the same characters. No! The Church of Taros is here. That's what we need. Okay. That's what we needed. They should have went double Taros, honestly.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like something's going on with the followers in Southeast Asia, because I feel like every team that has switched to Ignorance today has not secured the W. I'm wondering, will the curse be broken today? Or rather, right now. Because otherwise, this may not be the answer. Hopefully it is. Usually Ignorance is always the answer, but oh, hold on. Maybe it is. You know, maybe it is. Maybe just having the Taros on your team levels up your teammate.
Yeah, it just makes you play better, bro. Because Taros is the best character in the game. Not stat-wise, but he's just the coolest, bro. I mean, just so everybody knows that, all you guys in the chat, Taros is the coolest character in the game.
This ain't about tier list or anything like that. This is just about swag. I mean, look at that. He just yelled on you and you got KO'd. Who else can do that? You know, like,
dude, like a toothpick or so, right? He grabs the axe on one side and flicks it over his head. That's a dope sig. But he's going to lose the stock out to the side. And blue team, once again, is in the early lead. But it's not too big right now. Himway has got to keep from eating too much damage. But they're still in this. It's looking okay. We're going to get it. No, the chase was not accurate enough from Himway to try to get Reaper out of there. I like the idea, though. But the Sair from Vortex, did you use too many jumps? No, you didn't. Himway's back.
Hey. Now, even with all this said, right, they switched to the church. The church ain't doing great right now. They're trying to collect money from the people. They're not taking it. We got one stock on Himway. Serenity into, I mean, Reaper and Vortex. Like, this is still a winnable match, but the red team has been behind so many games in a row at this point that I have a hard time seeing it's going to happen. If they lose this game, that would be 5 games in a row that they would have lost.
That'd be 5 in a row. Definitely, I big time believe Serenity should have made a play on Reaper after landing that Sair instead of opting to jump Vortex, because I think Reaper has been, not that Vortex isn't dangerous, but I think Reaper has been the more dangerous player in this set.
Himway, I mean, still going for these risky plays off stage and finding success. But on the final stock, so is Serenity. If you can convert on Reaper, you can get something crazy. That's going to be a little baby conversion there. I like the pick up from Himway. Still an opportunist to the maximum here. But I don't know if that just being that kind of player is going to be enough to carry you to a victory. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so there we go. We got double Sayer from them. Back to back is going to get that stock.
Gotta get Reaper. Gotta
But
get Reaper.
they are hurt big time. Yeah, they needed to get something on Reaper, but Vortex got back in there really, really quick and was able to secure a weapon. And the recovery is going to take out
Oh, so
man's
close.
Himway. Oh.
Shipwreck falls, keeping Reaper alive there. They're so close. Ensig, and that's going to do it. 5 games in a row here coming out from Vortex and Reaper. They need to secure one more game to be the Autumn 2021 2v2 champions. And honestly, by the way that they're steamrolling through Himway and Serenity here, I feel like they're going to be able to do it. I would love to see Serenity and Himway just clap back right now, right? You can't have your back any more against the wall than this. This is your final game of the tournament. Make it or break it.
Vortex has gotten really comfortable. If you take a look there, you saw the 13 SIGs coming out. That is the biggest number of SIGs we've seen the whole night. And not to mention out of that player alone. They've not really been throwing them out, so you can tell they're way more comfortable with the way they can play this matchup. And here we go. Like I said, like you said, I want to see them turn this around. It's going to be tough, but obviously we don't want to see them go out in this fashion. But it's looking okay until he went over to that side. It's like you know that the side is going to come out if you run over there, and it's gonna KO. You should have stayed right side. Right side, I don't think it would have KO'd. And that's gonna be it. My goodness, red team's gonna lose both their stocks early.
Oh my gosh! He's gone! What a perfect trade for the blue team. And just like that, Reaper and Vortex are one simple game away, right? You got 1 stock left on Himway. 1 stock already. Yeah, it hasn't even been a minute yet. That's how fast it's happened. Wow, these guys are looking like they're about to be the champions.
Situations like that on the side. Yeah, this is championship gameplay coming out. Serenity, pick it up, got the rocket lance, and there we go.
Talk to
Gonna
him.
get a KO. Ooh, but that's dangerous. That's dangerous. What's going on?
Oh, he did have a recovery. Why didn't you charge it earlier? Hello?
I don't know. They could have made that.
It's okay. They got another stock though. Himway, you got to be careful here, brother. You got to be careful here, brother. Oh, barely avoids certain death there. Can you guys get a cheeky edge guard right now? Himway's gonna go for it. You know he's gonna go for it. The entire day he's been going for it. But at this point, you might want to second guess yourself, brother, because you are so close. He's gonna go for the offstage play. Watch out for the recovery. Somehow makes it back on stage. The recovery is not gonna KO. Himway still alive here. Serenity trying to get some extra damage. No one on the blue team in the danger zone yet. There goes Himway. The blue team 1 clean conversion away from being the champions, and it looks like they might do it.
1 stock away. Serenity fighting for their team's life here in grand finals. Oh, this is so tough. You got the rocket lance. You got 2 spears on you. Well, now it is going to be an axe and a spear. Double brand. Almost landed. Bam!
Just
and
like
that's going to
that,
be
man.
it. Wow. 6 games straight from Reaper and Vortex to become your Autumn Southeast Asia champions.
Just like that. Wow. They cleaned it up. They cleaned house. You know, that last game, that's it. You know, when you watch a show of any kind, TV show, you know, live performance, the thing that everyone is going to remember at the end of the day is those final moments. And Himway and Serenity, they didn't have anything to show for that. You know, the last taste, the aftertaste left in people's mouth is this clip right here. This is what they remember. You know, it's you getting hit by unarmed recovery and stage spiked off the bottom of Apocalypse. You know, they don't remember the winner set anymore, because guess what? Y'all didn't win. But with all that said, not to take credit away from those players, they got 2nd place. You know, like, y'all great. You know, especially from people I ain't never heard of before. Y'all got that.
I swear I've seen Serenity. Am I tripping? Like, maybe I fought Serenity one sometime in
No,
ranked or
I've
something.
seen
I don't know.
Serenity before. Serenity is the
Okay.
name that I've like. I feel like I've peeped at least in the bracket before, but Himway is definitely the one that I'm like, I don't. It doesn't ring any bells to me. But with that
Yeah,
said,
placement
man,
wise, I get you on that. I get you.
it will now. You know, next time.
Oh yeah.
BCX, because especially the other thing for a lot of people, I know that like this tournament served as like a, will we be able to qualify for BCX kind of tournament? You know, they need to get a certain placing in order to jump their power ranking up high enough to be able to qualify for the World Championship. And I gotta say, like, second place, I'll be seeing you there, Captain. I cannot see the math working in a way where you don't qualify. You know, so. Good stuff.
There's been so many repeat placements from other teams that should shoot you up the ladder. You know what I mean? A second place. And like you said, we're gonna remember these guys. But this is a great tournament. We got to see some new faces. Reaper and Vortex, as always, putting on a remarkable performance. What else you got to say to the people?
I mean, that's more or less it. The one thing I'll leave y'all with, though, is while that may be it for the stream today, do not fret, my friends, because there is going to be more Brawlhalla action coming your way tomorrow as we dive into the South America 2v2s. And then on Sundays, we're going to hop into the 1v1s. And then the weekend after that's going to be North America and, of course, the one side of Southeast Asia and Australia on Friday. So you guys definitely don't want to miss out on that. I've been Flambo. That's Zipmaster Flex. We'll be seeing you later.